don't fear what you don't know, 'cause we're far from certain fate. And we'll make our final stand, lost in the dark. We've come so far, another step to rid the pain. Go and be counted till your last day, 'cause only nightmares break their flames. So stand upon these fallen legs and follow in our Father's plans. Yeah, until the end we will remain, and we'll hold on until the last You
Canada.
And we are live with Canada.
Hello.
Hello.
That was the first thing I heard was Canada.
Well, no, I was just saying that cooking nor rice in a rice cooker makes it come out amazing.
I mean, cooking rice, yes, in a rice cooker does make it come out amazing. Everyone should have a rice cooker.
Mm-hmm.
So, how is everyone?
Not an instant.
Doing all right.
Getting better. Had a migraine for like 4 weeks, going on to the 5th week, but I finally know what's causing it, so I'm working on getting that better.
Oof.
It's a neck injury,
Oh.
and the migraine has been like a 4-week long brain freeze.
Oh, dude.
Ouch.
So it's been horrible, but working on getting it better now.
At least you identified the cause rather than it just keeping going.
Yeah.
So this is an old neck injury that was never treated, or an old neck injury that just all of a sudden just started saying, "Man, I'm gonna start fucking with you again."
New neck injury.
Oh,
goddamn, sir!
The best
Stop that.
kind.
Is it really the best kind?
No,
It's
none of
like-
it is.
I mean, do you know what caused the neck injury?
Haven't the faintest idea.
I mean, let's be honest here. Most of us are old enough at this point. If you sleep funny, you're screwed for a week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I
Yeah,
can
tell me
guarantee
about
that.
it.
Yep,
Stepped out of bed funny. Time to be in pain for 2 days.
Oh no, dude! The worst is like, I step out of bed and like I plant my right foot wrong, and like my fucking knee joint pops, and it's like I'm done for 3 days.
Yep. You could also do
It's
like
like-
just getting out of the car. Get out of the car, dislocated my knee. Got it.
Oh, I haven't. It hasn't gotten that bad, but holy crap, darling, don't do that.
Don't get old, people. It's not worth it.
Nope. Find Neverland. If you got to fucking strap
that's
yourself
why-
to a kid and fly, you got to
That's
do
why the moment that they allow people to upload their consciousness into a cybernetic body, I am the first in line. Because screw that noise.
Also, don't break any bones because you're going to pay for it when you're older.
Yep. I tore the ligaments in my ankle when I was in high school. And anytime it rains or it gets cold or I'm on it for too long, like at TwitchCon, I pay for it.
Yeah, I've been dealing with rib and foot pain the last few days from previously broken bones, just because it's a little bit colder today than it has been recently. That's the only reason. So if you break any bones when you're cold or when you're young, that's going to happen when you get old. So don't break bones.
There's
We're
a
not
reason there's a
talking-
stereotype.
We're not talking 40. This is like early 30s it starts happening. So
Yeah.
have fun.
Can confirm.
Hmm.
Hi, I'm Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Sometimes
So-
you're lucky you make it to 30 before it starts happening.
Before, getting off the topic of how getting old sucks and just random injuries that occur because life decides that that needs to happen. Last time we were together, the group got into a bit of a confrontation with some sort of unspeakable horror and a couple flying centipedes with skulls for faces, charging what would technically be the outskirts of Madtown. After a tough fight with a couple of you taking some decent damage, you were able to collect some things from the bodies, but the monstrosity itself was slowly but surely eating away at its form due to the acid it was secreting every time a wound was created on it. But due to some lucky rolls, you were able to procure the giant skull that was in the center of this thing's like at the root of all this thing's tentacles. And I believe it was Kemek was able to determine that this was a fire giant's skull, dead for about 30 years now, but nobody could really tell as to why it was so far south of Bleeding Chasm. Well, the Bleeding Chasm and the Ashen Spire. Stuffing it into, I believe Kemek, you put it into your bag of holding.
I did. Well, I took the skull, studied it, and then once I was done with it, because I had to finish it in the cart, tossed it over the side because I was like, meh.
Oh, that's right. You ditched it. So yeah, after ditching the dragon skull, or not dragon skull, but the giant skull, and collecting yourselves in town, you started heading out towards the forest once again, making your way to Miller's Toll, I believe you were headed to. Yep, the former logging town of Miller's Toll, now taken over by a small group of lichens. You got close to the forest's edge, but decided that wandering a forest in the dead of night, where you know at least one hag resides, is probably not the best idea. So you set up camp, some of you staying in the large carriage that you now have, others deciding to camp out a bit in nature, Kemek and Milani camping out in their Harry Potter tent. During the watches, a lot of good rolls happened. Some of you got some very interesting things, and Nalani stumbled on a burnt home that seemed to appear out of the middle of nowhere. And inside, she found a plate of cookies and the recipe that was addressed to her. Standard recipe for chocolate chip cookies, but calling for things like a sprig of mistletoe and specifically 3 drops of phase blood. But that didn't stop her from trying the cookie.
Yay, cookie.
Taking a bite of the cookie, Nalani slowly shrank back down to an 8-year-old form, with all the chipperness, joy, and happiness of an 8-year-old child. And much to Kemek's annoyance, is now in their tent with Mia, begging Mia to read her a bedtime story. So I think we're going to open up now right there with that bedtime story, if you have it. Yeah.
I do. I have to ask, though, just for the mental image here, the bed that Nalani sleeps in, I assume is big enough for a Goliath, but now holds a child.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, Goliath child, but child.
Fair enough. So Mia makes sure that Nalani is like all tucked in and cozy, and then she just kind of like kneels down beside the bed. So what sort of story would you like to hear?
There's options. I was only ever told one bedtime story.
Were you? What was the name of this story, if you don't mind me asking?
It was more history.
I see. So not a child's story, then?
Oh no. There's children's stories?
Oh, there is. You're actually kind of in a bit of luck here. You see, when I was your age, when I was the age that you appear to be at this very moment, my mother would bring home all sorts of books and trinkets and such, and she brought home one time a book of children's stories that I quickly took and read to myself almost every night. and there was one particular story I was quite fond of. I can recite it for you if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, this story is called The Mother Moon. She kind of gets all comfortable in her position there, like one hand kind of, or one arm kind of resting on the bed as she's leaning in. Far away on the deep blue ocean, there was a little island with a little hill and a little house. In the house, there lived a mother and her 2 daughters. The daughters were young and filled with adventure, but their mother was cautious and careful. "Don't stray too far from the house," Mother would say. "We won't," the daughters would respond. But when Mother wasn't looking, the daughters would stray far from the house. They would go all the way to the bottom of the little hill. "Don't play down by the docks," Mother would say. "We won't," the daughters would respond. But the daughters would play down by the docks. They would run out on the pier and watch all the colorful fish swimming by. They would pick up shiny seashells and keep them in a box under their bed. "You're my whole world," Mother would say. "I simply couldn't bear it should anything happen to you." "We know," daughters would respond. They loved their mother dearly. Simply couldn't bear it should anything happen to her. One evening, while the daughters were playing by the docks, they saw a strange shape out on the ocean. It was a man standing in a little rowboat. The boat was made of black wood and drifted closer and closer to the shore. "How does it move with no paddles?" the daughters asked the man as he approached. He smiled at them with big, flat teeth. "It's a magic boat," the man said. "Would you like to see?" The daughters looked at each other with excitement in their eyes, but they turned back to the man and shook their heads. "We can't," the daughters said. "Mother would be worried, and she's our whole world." The man gave the daughters a nod and tipped his strange hat to them. "Very good," he said. "Mother would be proud of you." The daughters were quite happy to make their mother proud, so happy that they thought perhaps they could look at the magic boat after all, as a little reward for being good. "We'll leave our seashells on the pier so Mother will know we'll be right back," the daughters said, and piled their shiny seashells on the old wooden pier. "We want to see the magic boat." "Watch your step," the grinning man said as the daughters stepped into the soft, black boat, the wood squishing beneath their feet like a sponge. There wasn't much room for them, and all of them had to stand in the little boat. But soon they were on their way, calmly drifting through the ocean. The daughters looked at the colorful fish, the stars reflecting and shimmering in the water, and the seaweed that swayed with the currents. But before too long, the daughters began to miss their mother. "We miss Mother," the daughters said to the smiling man. "We want to go back to our little house on our little hill on our little island." But the man did not respond. The little boat kept drifting onwards. "We must go back," the daughters said, "or Mother will be worried." The man looked at the daughters, and his big smile turned into a frown. "You should not stray too far from the house," the man said. "You should not play down by the docks," the man said. The man stretched out his long arm and pointed his long finger at the water that gently pushed against the little boat. "Mother simply couldn't bear it should anything happen to you." The daughters leaned over the edge of the boat and looked into the dark water, past the shimmering stars, and saw Mother standing in the reflection of the little boat, calling out for them across the ocean. "There she is," the daughters said to each other, began to call out to her. And soon, the minutes turned into hours, and the hours turned into days. But neither mother nor daughters could hear each other, and they continued to drift far away from their little island in their little boat. The end.
Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare fuel.
Yay, horror stories! You asked for a story, you didn't ask for a nice one.
Tell me, Nalani, did you know that we can still see Mother searching for her daughters, even to this day? 3 times every month, we can look up at our moon and see one of its 2 moons. When this happens just after a full moon, we call it a sister moon. When it happens just after a new moon, we call it a mother moon. The 2 daughters and their mother drifting through the ocean of the night sky, always together, but unfortunately never as one.
There's a lot less death in your story than mine.
Well, it is a children's story.
I expect the girls to die. So, I guess that's better.
Perhaps, if you ever have children, don't recite history to them when they're trying to sleep. History is grim.
That it is.
Yeah.
She's gonna yawn and snuggle into bed a little more. You know, Mia, I don't think I've ever been this happy. I hope it doesn't wear off too fast.
I hope so as well. Now, close your eyes and get to sleep, and hopefully have pleasant dreams.
She will drift off at that.
Okay.
And then Mia will go back to, I think she was sleeping in the cart. Since I believe we had talked Kemek into staying up and taking the watch.
Yeah.
Though I think Kemek was actually inside doing some studying or something instead of watching.
Yeah, nobody took a
But
watch.
Mia will leave and go back to sleep.
Didn't I say I thought that I rolled for what was happening?
You did.
You did.
Did not take, but I didn't.
You said we got lucky. You didn't say the details. You just said we got lucky.
Yeah.
Okay. So the rest of the night passes without an issue. Or so you think.
Dun dun dun.
In the morning. What does Kemek what?
So does Kemek wake up next to an adult Nalani now?
I was just getting to that. So
Okay.
when you wake up in the morning, Nalani is back full grown. Though, Nalani, you still feel pretty good. For the next 24 hours, you are completely immune to fear effects. No, I'm sorry, not fear effects. You're completely immune to, fear effects. You have advantage on, no, what was it? I just looked at this. You are immune to fear effects, but you have disadvantage versus charm effects.
Okay.
Are you back to normal?
Still feel better than usual. Less grumpy.
That's what happens when you have Fae cookies. Or something with Fae materials in it, I should say.
It really wasn't that bad.
You were a child.
And yet, in those few hours, it was still better than anything from my childhood.
Suppose that's fair. Are you tempted to eat them again?
We'll have to see about that. See how I feel once the rest of the effects wear off.
Because
Well,
you still have
not completely worn off.
you still have what, 3/4 of the cookie left?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mark that down in your inventory. You got 3/4 of a magic cookie.
Magic cookie.
Gonna go stale.
Can't have the recipe. I'll
Give it
just,
magic.
make more. I gotta mark that down too. Magic cookie recipe.
We don't know when it's gonna wear off, but at least you're no longer a child. Didn't
was
want to have
weird being
to. Weird
Small
what?
again. It was weird being small again.
Small Nolani with a small weapon and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're definitely very chipper. And
Odd.
you kept trying to hug me.
I mean, that is odd.
I am not your stuffed animal.
Didn't think you were a stuffed animal. I think I just wanted to hug people.
Whichever it was in your sleep and you were just... Anyway, you're not a child anymore and it's better now.
Well, yeah, how else would you ride on my shoulders?
Also that. But I have been traveling by myself well before you, so it's not like I would be incapable of walking on my own. It's just more convenient when you carry me.
It is. Speaking of convenience, I think I'm gonna go start on breakfast.
Alright.
All
I
right.
will go out the tent to just start making breakfast.
All right. So what scale of breakfast are you trying to make here? Like, are you just
She's in a good mood. She's making a good breakfast.
a good breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Better than her usual breakfasts, even, if she can.
She can most definitely do that. DC's a little higher, but you can definitely try.
Yeah. So my cooking. Not bad. That's gonna be a 21.
Okay, so what do you make today?
We I do believe we had supplies from our cart, so she wants to go full-blown breakfast for pancakes, eggs, bacon, sausage, just the works. The works.
So it's just like a big, like, lumberjack's breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are successful in making the this lumberjack meal. And I think because of the noise and the smell, if this is what, like, slowly but surely starts to wake everybody up outside and in the cart.
I'm gonna do my normal morning ritual of hurting myself to make
Okay.
shield. And then right after I'm done that, I'm gonna go out and just kind of hang around and watch Nalani do her stuff and make that nice breakfast.
And
Relax, try
you
and
kn-
get an hour of rest in before we actually go out to do anything.
and you notice Etrin there as well, kind of like almost physically drooling over the smell of freshly cooked food. Just like a look of hunger in his eyes.
Right, I suppose it's been a while for you, hasn't it?
Yes, it's most definitely been a while since I've smelt something this good.
Well, she is a master chef, so do enjoy it when she's finished.
He kind of like sits down and just watches Nolani intently making this food.
Probably start using him as the taste tester then.
Oh,
if
and
he's sitting there, he can be
he
useful.
He happily, obliges and will taste whatever you give him. And every time like you feed him something, he gets like this very vibrant expression on his face.
Every time he gets one of those, I give him a very satisfied nod and go back to cooking.
This is weird.
What's weird?
How chipper she is.
Should one not be chipper when they're cooking?
I'm just not used to it. She's usually not that.
Maybe she had good dreams.
What is the saying? Sugar plums, gumdrops.
I wouldn't know.
Me either. I just know it's a human expression.
Well, I happen to think she wears that mood beautifully.
So, Rojan,
Ah,
I am treating the Winnebago like an actual Winnebago. So I'm gonna go along one of the sides, and I'm just going. Something in my brain just says, like, there's a like pop vestibule that pops off the side of the Winnebago with an awning and fold down chairs and tables on the side.
give me an investigation roll.
It's like I will relive my 70s childhood if it kills you.
I mean, if Chemic needs a table, just go back inside. Wizard.
Actually, that's not horrible. Come on, roll 20. Be nice. Thank you. Investigation, you say? That is a 19.
19. Sure enough, walking around the side that's facing the rest of the group where Nolani is cooking, you're able to find a latch that you pop down and pull out, and it forms into a table with an awning cover and 2 benches.
Nice. She like pops it out, gets everything set up. She's gonna sit down and just basically take a corner of the table and like just undo a scroll, a portion of it, and take out some inks, and she's just gonna start doing some writing. Specifically, she's writing some more haikus, which means she's writing an infernal.
Okay. What about the rest of you as you're waking up in the morning here?
Let's see here. Kunkabal will flap out of his tent in the morning, and yeah, just start nomming on one of those phase spider legs.
Oh, that's
You
what I
still
should have mentioned. There's probably a set of pancakes and like basically sausages made out of bugs for the bird and the lizard. Like they get their own special set.
Those aren't blueberries.
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
Eat the right pancakes. Good luck.
Chemical bite into the bug ones and like make just keep going.
I love how we have two campaigns where the person who's in charge of making the food has to make food for birds and lizards.
Mm-hmm.
And dragons.
Two is a strong word.
All right, so is anyone else doing anything special in the morning, or are you just eating food and getting prepared to enter into the forest?
Nothing really, just eating. Like morning.
Eating and relaxing, doing my best to get a short rest in first so I can spend all my hit die.
Drink some coffee.
Ezraclaw's going to... I assume we've got snow to some degree at this point, no matter what.
Yeah, there's definitely snow on the ground.
In any areas where the snow's sort of thin or melty due to heat of fires or such, Ezraclaw is actually going to go rock picking for supplies to practice his trade with.
I'm not even gonna make you roll a survival check here. There's rocks everywhere.
Just one of those, nope, ugly, oh, kind of pretty.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, ooh, pretty rock, pretty rock, pretty rock. Dirt clod.
Ooh, that's not dirt.
So as you're resting, Mia, Etrin notices you kind of looking a little off, and he looks over. He's like, "Hold on." He reaches on his hip and he grabs one of the tattoos and pulls the light from it, and then like presses it against your arm.
What's happening? What are you
And
doing?
you will recover 22 hit points.
Oh.
Wow.
Such a gentleman.
And then you could see that where the tattoo was on his side, the light is gone and it kind of looks more like a brand at the moment.
Well, that's certainly refreshing. Thank you. You didn't have to do that.
I wouldn't be much of a paladin if I saw somebody in need of aid and just ignored them.
Well, I very much appreciate it. May have to teach me that trick one of these days.
It's not a trick, it's a curse.
Oh, that's right. Yes, we talked about that.
Spell scarring.
Right. Right. We talked about that the day of the bath incident.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Well, allow me to rephrase then. Perhaps one of these days you will have to enlighten me on how that curse functions and where it came from exactly.
Where it came from was an upset grandmother. And how it functions is anytime I'm hit by any sort of magical spell, there's a chance that my skin may learn it.
That's the part that interests me. How it absorbs this magic. Wonder if it could be utilized in other ways. Not necessarily your curse specifically. I just mean taking the curse and applying it in other ways.
Well, spell scarring has been a popular topic of research over in Kamiroska with many of our scholars, but aside from the curse affecting living beings, there hasn't really been any discovery on other applications, as you say.
Well, maybe when we're not on the road, when we actually have another building to stay in, I could examine you a little closer, see what I can learn.
Any chance to learn more about this curse and how it may be used or even removed would be welcome.
When Mia inquires about examining the paladin, Yuriko chuckles to herself and just keeps writing.
Well, I look forward to it. For scholarly reasons, of course.
Of course, of course. I would never assume that you had any ulterior motives.
I would never have such a thing. Not me, not I.
Raises eyebrow.
For research.
Not telling you what I rolled for, but it was a 2.
Is that a good or bad thing?
Keep that to myself.
Doesn't matter. He's not rolling insight checks, so.
I don't think chemically
Well-
I've learned how much your bullshitter meter is broken, so it's just like meh.
So, after everyone does their little morning routines and everything, breakfast is served up. Who is going to be feasting this morning?
Definitely me.
Yep.
Oi.
Oh, no one's
All right, yes, I will.
from the live cooking yet, so Yuriko will have some.
I'll partake.
I require bug pancakes.
Bug pancakes. Alrighty, so everyone who decided to eat Nolani's cooking today can regain free HP every hour as if you had a short rest.
Cool.
You are limited to
So
are limited to rolling 2 HD though.
Can I?
But it's like an hourly regen of whatever 2 HD you have. And you don't have to spend these HD.
Okay.
These are free HD rolls.
So for the next 24 hours, we just get to roll 2 hit die
Every hour.
if we need it every hour.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
Where was that
Dang.
when I was impaled by a gate?
Right?
To be fair,
I don't think Nolani cooked that day.
you didn't have breakfast that day.
Yeah.
See, kids, breakfast is the
Wah,
most
wah.
important meal of the day.
It is.
But after you eat and pack everything up, you are now good to go. The edge of the forest is maybe a 5-minute ride from where you're at. Though with how compact the trees are, it's gonna be rough getting the Winnie in there. Just,
We have an approximate idea of where Miller's Toll is, right? Like
you
in
have
relation to
you
the
have
forest.
a decent guess as like the direction into the forest as to where it's located at. You weren't necessarily given a map of like how far in and what direction, just a decent general idea of as to where you would come across Miller's Toll.
Do we want to skirt the cart around the edge of the forest for as long as possible before we have to stop it and go on foot?
That might be a good idea. I wouldn't mind that.
And the more time out of the elements, probably the better.
I'm gonna move this over because it's on this side. Yay.
It's. I totally thought it was on the other side.
No,
So did I.
no, the hag is on the left side. Miller's Toll is on the
Oh.
right side.
I had them flipped.
So did I.
Where are we?
Right now, You all are not there. Like there, you're on the forest's edge.
I mean, it's a logging operation, right? So it should be fairly obvious from the edge of the forest where to head in.
One would hope.
One would most definitely hope. Though the trees around here look a bit different than they did the last time you were here. As you look on the inside of the forest, you don't see snow. There was a fresh snowfall last night, but the floor looks as if it's been untouched.
Witchcraft.
Almost as if it's a different season in the woods at the moment.
Yes, I think the less time we spend in there, the better. We'll,
Agreed.
I guess, continue northward along the edge of the forest and then east. Well, no, west. I know directions. West into the forest when we can no longer go north.
So judging from where you're at and has as far as down as you can see, you assume that this, like, going along the eastern edge of the forest is going to take you about a day and a half. If you were to go from point A to point B. But if you guys are searching for any indication as to where, you know, a service road or anything may have been carved through the forest to reach Miller's Toll, let's go ahead and do a group survival check. So this will be everyone rolling.
Yep. Just pull that up.
What am I rolling?
Survival.
Survival.
And I will go one by one.
Very well. I will wait.
All right, Yuriko.
Was not expecting to go first. That is a 21.
Okay. Mia.
12.
Milani.
Natural 20 for a 22.
Nice. Alistair.
Give me a second. What is that? Is that 12 or 17? That is 17 plus 4. 21.
Ajaclaw.
13.
13. Unkaval.
I got a total of 21.
Kamek.
17.
Okay. So you pass the group check. And you travel up along the forest edge for probably a good hour until you find a small split in the trees and the worn down smooth areas of the forest floor that would indicate that this has been traveled numerous times, both by feet and by carts bearing heavy loads.
Well, it seems we're on the right track here. We just keep moving forward, shall we?
Sounds good.
Onward!
Though the Winnie is still too large to fit through here. So you are going to have to leave the Winnie outside.
Time
How
for
many-
some deforestation.
How many horses did we have on this thing? Was it just 2? Were they
was-
really big horses? I don't remember.
They're like Clydesdales.
Don't suppose anyone brought some straw with them for the horses?
There are supplies in the cart for food for the horses.
Okay, so we'd be able to like tie the horses up and leave food for them and possibly not have to worry about it too much.
I clicked on the thing I shouldn't have. I clicked on
As
Destiny
opposed
Forge
to
thing, so I
turning
saw
a
a message.
thermos upside down into a bucket.
Come back, the world is flooded.
Oh God.
Who knows?
Or is
The
that
stable,
the ever-flowing decanter?
the stable master resupplied the cart, so the horses will be fine as long as we put the feed bags on.
Good. Let's hope we're not too long in there then. Before we venture in there, though, I do just want to refresh everyone's memories on what we could possibly be facing as far as this plague or infection goes. Avoid touching anything that may contain whatever this is.
Yuriko will
Eyeballs you.
She won't eyeball you, but Yuriko will look at you and snarkily go, "You first."
I'll do my best. It could be coming from certain types of plants, or it could be spread through person-to-person contact. So generally just be wary of everything.
I mean, you guys are the ones that tend to touch dead bodies.
Yes, this is true. Though thankfully, if it's one of the two that I think it may be, the one that's spread through person-to-person contact, it'll be obvious who has it, as there will be grotesque black pustules all over the skin.
That's an image.
Yes, I hope it's not that one, but then that is also the less painful of the two, so...
Would you like me to come with you, or would you rather I stay here with the carts?
Do you have any sort of expertise in infections such as this?
I'm not one of a medical persuasion. I do have the ability to remove some diseases with lay on hands, but that's limited use.
And this order that you're a part of, what's their stance on lycanthropes?
It's less of a stance, it's more contextual basis. We seek to eliminate evils that wish to do the innocents harm. We don't judge based on what one's appearance may be or one's people's may be. Simply your intent.
I think you should be fine to come with us then. We don't really know the stance of the Lycans in Miller's Toll, but they could be decent people. So, if that's not a problem, then...
If these are the same one that's been attacking Madtown, I doubt that.
Yes, if they are the same ones, then they're not very decent. But if they aren't, then they could just be people that need our help.
Keep in mind that sometimes people may forego their decency in times of trouble. If this plague is affecting their people as you say it is, they may have decided it was best to forego any moral standings or beliefs for the survival of the whole.
Yes, that is a fair point, actually. And being what they are, it's not likely that the church was willing to give them any help, so they may have just done what they could with what they had available.
He nods and he slings his pack over his shoulder and gets his gear. Pretty much, if you're traveling with anybody, I'm gonna have you guys decide if you want them to come with you or not.
Okay.
I guess we will make sure that the cart is locked down and the horses are tied up, but still have enough freedom that they're not stuck in one spot for the entire time we're gone, and they've got food and all that.
There's gonna be so much poop.
That's why we make their ropes nice and long, so that they don't have to hang around their own poo.
Okay. So as you all are stepping into the forest here, I do have a very important question that always happens. Who's leading the way? What's the marching order?
I'll go first.
Alistair, you want to lead the group through the forest?
Absolutely, you're all gonna die. I mean, we're gonna be fine.
Look, I start a countdown from the line before she jumps in because you don't want her leading the group.
Okay.
Her wisdom sucks.
So Alistair, being the church official that he is, maintains his leadership position.
Hooray!
And begins to lead everyone through the forest. Now, that being said,
Yeah.
what's the marching order looking like?
Wherever Nolani is, I'm on her shoulders.
Be like mid to front,
So mid, but still like
towards the front.
mid, but towards the front. Gotcha.
Yeah, mid because I have
Azure Claw will
squishy
cover
wizard.
the back.
Azure Claw will
As
cover
long
the
as I've
back.
hopped off you.
I'm probably shoulder to shoulder with Etrin in the middle.
You would
Okay.
be.
I'm setting things up on a map, and it's like I'm trying to get the tokens for I'm just gonna put can't make Kira, but she's technically in the same square as Nilani.
I assume Kongoval is creepingly behind me somehow.
No, not
Oh, thank
you.
God.
Not this time.
All right,
Not this time.
okay,
God
so
damn.
where are Yuriko and Kunkaval at?
I'd probably be middle of the pack somewhere.
Somewhere in the back. Okay. And
Middle of the pack.
middle of the pack. Gotcha.
I put it in chat, but second to last.
Okay. Perfect. Now, are you all having any spacing here or keeping close?
Close would be beneficial.
Yeah, I think given the change in the state of this forest, close is probably the better option right now.
Alrighty.
Well, I would defer to Kimmick.
Alistair, are you going to keep
Yeah.
close to everybody? You're going to take a little bit of a distance.
A little bit of a distance, not like 20 feet away, kind of like maybe 5 to 10 feet.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So as you cross this threshold from across the threshold past the first set of trees on the forest line, the temperature changes drastically as it goes from a freezing bite of cold to a very comfortable spring day. The sounds of birds chirping in the air. You could see forest animals running along. Trees look like they are in full bloom. Definitely not the same forest that you were in the last time.
Can I do a general arcana check on the area?
Sure.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Most definitely.
Right, her chippiness and Lonnie's on edge.
Going to be
Really low.
26.
22.
26 and 22.
Did you say you rolled low?
I did.
It starts already. I
Yeah,
rolled low,
right.
22.
Again with this bullshit. So, there has definitely been some sort of magical influence on here, as it doesn't look like the trees have been changed in any sort of way, but sped up, almost as if the time was a little bit different here in the forest.
Oh, this is my thing.
So I just kind of look back for just the briefest moment at Kemek, and like fraction of a second we make eye contact, and it's that wizard to wizard, here be magic look that all
Yep.
wizards know, and then I just
Yep.
look forward again.
It's like that silent nod, not even a nod, just like that look in their
Yep.
eyes, like magic.
Are
Tomfoolery.
you seeing what I'm seeing? I'm seeing it.
Pretty much.
Getting really tired of this motherfucking magic in my goddamn motherfucking game.
You're in the wrong game then, sir.
Knowing that it's magic related, or time related, could I get a sense that it's just kind of some sort of enchantment maybe to just speed it up, or if it's something that's a little bit more powerful at work here?
It's most definitely something that is an enchantment. Some sort of transmutation that's allowed time to speed up inside the forest specifically.
The wizards are aware. The wizards will remember this.
But it doesn't really fill you with any sort of dread. Probably for the first time in a while, it's like this just seems to be a welcome change.
Yeah, Kemek's kicking off their winter boots, going barefoot now. Yeah.
Of course they would.
Free the toes.
Unbuttoning my jacket a little bit.
Alistair,
Yes.
how are you leading the group through the forest?
You know, that is a very good freaking question. You know, if I would have
Don't say intimidation.
No, I am not going to intimidate nature.
Don't make no lie. Pull out that gauntlet and
I'm
then
going.
smack you
Yeah,
with
'cause
it.
I was going to say, trying to intimidate nature in the middle of spring where everything is awake. Okay, CR is now 57.
Can it get that high?
Oh, it can get high. It can get that high. Yes.
Jesus.
DM says
I'm
yes.
the DM. If I want to say that, you know, it's 6,000. You can. I can.
You know what? If
I
you
don't
said
have to set.
6,000
I don't have to set a passable DC.
Okay, I will quit on the spot. I'm joking. All right. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I completely forgot. Why are we in this forest?
You're heading towards Miller's Toll to investigate the plague that seems to be affecting the lichens. Also, you personally have a bounty that's been seen in the area.
Okay. I am horseshit at investigation. Can I do like a survival roll?
You most definitely can. You could do any one of those skills on your skill sheet.
All right. Okie dokie. Here we go. Oh, don't you cock it. There we go. That'll be a 14.
Okay. Now go ahead and give me the percentiles.
All right. That's that, and that's that one. 55.
Okay. So nothing too bad. As you begin to like head on through the forest, you get a feeling that traveling along this path may not be the brightest idea, as it kind of opens you up to being seen by everyone. So you start leading everyone through the side brush and through the trees. trying to give you more of a tactical advantage over anything that may see you. And you come to a small, overgrown pathway. Very vibrant trees around rocks. You begin to hear the bending of branches and what sound like muffled speech. Like you can hear somebody talking, but something is definitely blocking their face and you can't really make heads or tails of what they're saying.
All right. I'm going to stop, turn to the group, and just be like, shh, I hear sounds and voices.
Interesting.
You said there was like an overgrown path?
Yeah, you've led them to an overgrown path.
Okay. Unless there's any objections, continue through it, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yep.
Grown path is puny. Just kidding.
Puny path.
So, as you're continuing on through, and I get, actually, no, this would be passive perception from all of you who are not Alistair here.
Hooray.
Had to be passive.
Has to be
Nalani
passive.
and I don't see shit.
Nope.
Wait, why is it not me? What
This
did
is why I carry
do?
Kimmick on my shoulders. They notice and tell me.
Yep. My passive is pretty decent.
One of ours had to be.
Yeah.
Who has a passive over 14?
Me.
Me.
Only 3 of us? Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think all of you do except for Nalani and I, right?
I have exactly 14.
Nope, I'm 13.
I was gonna say
Oh,
Raven
you're
didn't raise his
close.
hand.
The bird doesn't see shit. Now that's
Bird
funny.
gets sidetracked by everything shiny. Leave me be.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
he's a raven, not an eagle. So,
Yeah,
Now with that attitude,
I am a superior bird.
So as you go deeper into this forest path, those of you whose passive perception is over 14 begin to see these strange multi-legged creatures kind of like crawling out from the trees. Bodies looking as if they've been wrapped in some sort of like white fabric, though they've got way too many limbs to look like as if they were just mummified humans. They kind of like watch all of you moving through the forests. The deeper you go, the louder they start to get, more agitated.
The second Yuriko notices them, she's going to alert whoever doesn't seem to be noticing them.
And you can see 2 of them in the back kind of maneuvering themselves, leaping across to other trees and sticking onto the bark itself, sort of closing in the way that you came.
She's gonna like just at like a whisper. She's like, prepare for an ambush.
Anyone doing anything?
She's readying her boomerang because she's expecting nonsense.
Does it look like they're surrounding us?
Yes. So it doesn't look like they're making any sort of movements on you yet.
Would I have any knowledge of things like this happening in nature, being a druid?
No, this is something that's definitely not natural. I'm gonna take you all to
Okay.
a map here.
I hear 2 famous words.
So That's what they look like.
Oh, that's creepy.
It's a slender spider.
Kimmick's gonna do something.
That is a whole lot of nope.
They're gonna go ahead and probably this group over here is going to use
Wait, what group? I'm sorry, I wasn't
Mul-
looking at the map.
the group right here
Okay.
on this side, the right hand side. They're gonna go ahead and just kind of flick their fingers and use mold earth to erupt the ground from above so it unroots the trees and have them tip over
Okay.
and just knock them off.
Right. And they kind of just like stay connected to the tree as it falls down, as it's now just like laying on the ground. It's just like still sitting there, a little agitated.
Okay.
Though they seem to be agitated by two people specifically in the group. As you can see that, you can see that they're kind of like their heads are sort of adjusted to where they're staring at both Mia and Etrin.
Fine. Let's see here. Where are they located right now? They're right there. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side over here. On the other side, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna uproot the trees and have them fall over so it kind of blocks them a little bit.
Okay. And as you do that, they kind of jump back and like all of their heads turn to you for a moment and then they scurry off.
I would be cautious if I were all of you. They seem to be particularly interested in our new companion and Mia.
Anyone have any idea what those things were?
Nope.
Can I do a roll?
Ugly fuckers.
Does anyone have any skill that would naturally give them knowledge of aberration?
Blood hunter. Blood hunter.
Does that count as a faith finder undead?
You have advantage on anything that's creature based.
Fae Fiend or undead though, isn't it?
Knowledge.
Isn't it?
Fae Fiend or undead.
Yeah, Fae Fiend or undead. Yours might be special because you're a type of blood hunter.
Oh,
Yeah,
got it.
Ghost Puncher
My
is
bad.
specifically Fae Fiend or undead.
Never mind. I was gonna say like usually creatures and okay, you're limited. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prefer the term specialized?
Boy.
Sorry.
Yeah, nothing for abominations. Iriko
No,
did not take up the family.
not abominations, aberrations.
Well, regardless, she did not take up the family business. Kinda.
Nope.
Okay. But with them scattered, you seem to be somewhat alone in the woods again.
Can I? Oh God! Stop! Now I have to finish the fucking verse in my head. God damn it!
Thanks, Zoro.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, she's
God,
not.
and even worse because now I have the scene from Ted from the end of the third act in my head now, where he's stuck in the creepy guy's house.
You have that in your head. I've got the dance scene from Umbrella Academy in my head.
Oh God, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Actually, not bad because the cutaway from the house is kind of badass.
Never seen it.
So good.
Can I do a survival to see if they're gone, or if they're just they just moved to a distance particularly far away from us.
From what you've seen, they've sort of just screwed off for the moment.
Okay.
It's kind of like when you turn the light on and like cockroaches scatter, sort of that.
I know that. I'm from New York originally, so. I mean, she's still gonna press her ear to the ground, regardless. But good to know.
But thankfully, they don't attack. So, Mia, both you and Etrin have a very uneasy feeling at the moment, as you could pretty much feel these things, its hatred sort of emanating from them, just directed right at you.
Not entirely sure what I did to upset them, but I don't think I want to find out either. Shall we continue?
Sounds good.
Are you all going to allow Alistair to continue leading, or is someone else going to take over?
I have no problem with it, honestly. I'm
mean-
keeping a more vigilant eye out right now.
Okay.
Yuriko wouldn't have thought it was his fault, just like whatever.
Yeah.
And just weird, creepy things in the woods.
We
it
already
wasn't
know
like-
these woods are pretty crazy, so it's like
Yeah,
if whatever's going to happen, something weird's going to happen regardless of who's in front.
Plan's already working. They don't suspect a thing.
So, Alistair, you lead the group for a little bit more.
Okay.
And as you, all I need is a survival check from you.
Just a check. Gotcha,
Just
Chief.
a survival check.
All right.
Because it isn't too far from the forest's edge into Miller's Toll where you entered, so.
That'll be a straight 10.
Not bad. So it takes a little bit longer. You get turned around a bit, as some trees look the same. But around sunset, or as the sun is beginning to set, you arrive at the logging town of Miller's Toll. Though it's completely empty. There doesn't seem to be any sign of any living being here. There's definitely remnants that people were here. Doors have been left open. The fires in the smithy are kind of cooling down at the moment. The doors to what you could assume is a great hall are partially open, and you can smell recently cooked food coming out of it. But from where you're at right now, there is nothing.
Looking at either nearby food or a nearby fireplace or something, can we determine how long ago people were here? Like, was it a couple hours? Was it half a day?
Give me an investigation.
Can I aid with that?
Yes, you can.
'Cause I'd want to look at it too. I'll let you roll it at advantage for that.
Oh, it's a 17 and an 18. So investigation, that's going to be a 24.
From the looks of it, maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Well, it seems we just missed the party. I don't suppose our multi-limbed guests were the culprit that ran them off.
I doubt it.
But
And
we were poking around with Mia. Did I notice anything about creatures being in the area trying to run people off or anything like that? Or is it just signs of people here and then they left?
It just looks like it was signs of basic life until they left.
Okay.
Just like judging from just like doing an outside investigation, kind of like looking in windows here and there, it looks like people were just going through their day-to-day situations.
I don't see any signs of creatures, so
You don't even see any signs of sick or infected.
Can someone more adept at tracking than I take a look around for fresh footprints? Maybe we can determine which direction everyone went in.
I'll take a look. Kunkabo will step up and start sniffing the air and then start sniffing around the ground, trying to use his big old bug eyes to see something.
Okay. What skill are you using here?
Survival.
Okay.
It's going to be a 22.
22. That's good. So you begin to follow a decent amount of footprints and cart tracks that seem to have moved farther north, as if everybody just up and left town.
Kunkabo will point at the tracks and point the way he thinks these tracks are leading.
Does this town look like a temporary town, or does it look like more permanent dwellings?
No, this is definitely buildings.
Okay.
As like this logging camp has definitely been set up for long time use.
When I was going around with Mia and we were just looking at general things earlier, could I peg which building might have been like the main office or basically the main gathering point?
Probably the Great Hall. Just a very large, long building from where you entered in.
I think we should probably look around that building for maybe a reason why everyone left.
Perhaps, Kungaval, you didn't see any tracks or anything as far as other creatures.
Did I see any tracks of other creatures?
No animals or nothing. You got tracks of domestic animals like dogs, but nothing wild like a bear or elk or
Six-legged
wolves,
creature.
six-legged creatures.
Just dogs and horses for the cart.
All right, then. Let us proceed.
More head towards the Great Hall. And heeding the warning we got from earlier, I'm more make sure I have a glove on my hand before I open the doors.
Okay. So before we get to that, let's go ahead and take a quick break. Take the first break for the night, and when we come back, we'll find out what exactly is waiting for everybody in the Great. So stick with us, everybody. We'll see you in 5 minutes after we get up, stretch our legs, all that fun stuff.
You can't Visions of Minerva, the fortune of the realm. Call on our savior to wipe out the traitors. The earth trembles as we gather ashore for the lands we swear to hold. For our kingdom
And
Of
we are
playing a bit.
back.
Yep.
No, we're not.
Hello.
Don't lie.
Hello.
So, I have a question as you are all investigating this great hall.
Cool. What's your question?
What's the march in order like?
Well, I said I
I'm-
opened the door, so I'm assuming I'm at the front.
I'm in the
Well,
back
that's-
because I was in the back.
Middle of the pack, same as usual.
Yeah, about middle, since I would probably be walking around at this point.
All right,
Mhm.
are you all going into the tavern?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. I don't see why
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
At least your question wasn't what's your initiative.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Give it
Give it time.
Or, make the save.
Hey, what's your dex save? Ugh.
Delayed blast fireball.
I'm gonna let you all put yourself inside the house at the tavern in a moment. Just like remember where you're at technically, and don't move beyond what that limitation would be. So, Nolani, as you sort of push
We
open,
get a map for that?
yeah, you will in a moment.
Okay.
As you push open the partially ajar doors, you can see remnants of half-eaten meals on like almost every table in this hall. The seats pushed back as if people got up and left, but not really in any sort of rush, kind of giving you the idea that this wasn't necessarily an emergency as to why people left town, but there was definite haste as nobody cleaned up after themselves. In the back, you see a lone individual leaning against the fireplace, holding a tankard in their hands. their head kind of like buried and being cradled by the other hand, as they're leaning on this stone fireplace, kind of like softly muttering to themselves. Looks to be middle-aged human, black and gray beard, decently kept hair, though his skin seems a little discolored, pale, black spots in random places on his face, though he doesn't really seem to be giving any indication that he's ill, holding himself just fine, though he doesn't seem to notice you for a moment. Or I not for a moment, he doesn't seem to notice you at the moment.
I think when I see him, I'm going to stop. I'm going to look back at Mia since she gave us the description of the diseases and kind of nod my head towards him, like indicating, you seeing this?
Am I seeing that clearly enough from where I am, because I don't want to get any closer, to make the distinction or assumption that this might be the one of the two plagues that I had?
Give me a medicine check, Dr. Mia.
Oh, I'm proficient in medicine. Too bad my wisdom's garbage. That is a 14.
14. You can't really make it as to like a 1-to-1 comparison, but just from the way that his skin looks, you can tell there's definitely something wrong.
I will look back at Nolani and give her a nod in affirmation, even though I'm not fully sure that that is what it is. I'm just kind of erring on the side of caution here and confirming her question.
Like as you're staring at him, he's beginning to, you can hear that he's having some sort of argument. No, we're not. We can't go that way. We have to let them go. We're not right. We're a danger. No, I don't care what you think. I don't care that your family is there. Best that they're separated from us. The passing of the time, however that happened, seemed to clear up the sickness. The snows are melted. It gives our people a chance to get away. No, we're cursed. No, we can't seek the church's help. 1, we're a wanted man. 2, they would take one look at this and execute us on sight. The 3 of us are just going to have to go into hiding. He kind of like picks his hand up for a moment to take a drink, and like he kind of freezes, noticing you 3, or noticing the group.
Do we hear him say the 3 of us?
Oh, he is having a full-on argument. Like there's no hiding it. He's like full-on yelling at somebody. What are you doing here?
You
Alistair, you recognize him.
Oh, really?
This is White Fang. This is the escaped individual that you were hunting down.
Oh, hooray. Hello there, White Fang.
Do we know you, friend?
I'm trying to remember, did Alistair ever fill us in that he was hunting White Fang?
There was comments between him and Den Mother that he was after somebody named White Fang.
Yep.
That was his whole reason for being on the train.
We knew about the name, and we knew that this character was supposedly a lichen as well.
And I'm going to now take y'all to a map. And everyone should know where this image came from. I needed something quick.
It's a ghostly pirate.
Hey.
I mean, I have no idea where that came from. I was not just looking at that page.
I'm not that class, I swear.
No, that's not me.
You don't know me.
This is why I don't look at Roll20 very often. So this is a surprise for me.
No, it's the blood hunter image for like the class representation.
Oh, that's
Yep.
nice.
Coincidentally enough, it fits White Fang's description. So I'm like, cool, yeah.
Well, there you go.
So go ahead and move yourselves in the tavern as to where you would be placing yourself as to when this situation was occurring, keeping in mind where you said your marching order was when you entered into the room.
Kind of like right next to Nalani.
I'm fine with where I'm at. So I would have stopped at some point because I saw the disease.
Probably a little bit closer to Nalani since we did communicate a little bit there. But that otherwise seems good.
I have to refresh Roll20. Hold on.
Okay.
Where's Kimmik on the map?
I don't. Yeah, I don't
just
see
gonna
I
say,
don't see them.
Doesn't matter because you're not on the map anyway, Kemek.
Wait,
them.
I copy
I'm
paste.
off the grid.
Roll20 doesn't like it.
Kemek, why do you have to be a problem?
Because I'm a goblin. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay, true, but still.
Not to be kind of racist against myself, but goblin.
Goblin,
Why is that
wizard. Kind of goes hand in hand.
We need a picture of Kamek just doing the duh.
Do you not know who I am? Duh.
I feel like Kimmik, if Kimmik had an emoji, it'd just be the face palm.
It's no longer we have a tickles. It's we have a chemic.
Don't make us throw the goblin at you.
We will
They bite.
throw them, and you
Yep.
will like it. I could probably shot put chemic really well.
Oh God, please don't.
I mean, I've already done it.
Uh,
Through a window.
that's about right. That's probably
Chemic,
where I
I
would
need
be.
you to like turn yourself into a fireball, and I'm gonna shot put you. Ready? Here we go.
I am against this 100%. No consent.
Immune to fire damage. Let's go.
Oh God.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
I have an idea.
No.
Yes.
Kung Pavol wild shapes into a small rodent. You throw the rodent, then use his wild shape to turn into a bear midair.
Yep.
Okay.
Jesus.
I
Yep.
approve this.
I'd allow it.
Yeah, we all know you like throwing bears, Rojan. So
Yeah.
But,
You have-
for some reason, it hits Raven's character. I mean, it just
No, it doesn't hit Raven's character. You throw the Kunka mouse, it turns to a bear, and it boomerangs around and slams into Mia.
all right. Give me a second. I have to refresh the page.
Okay.
Okay.
also real quick, as soon as the conversation between Alistair and this guy starts, like there's visible recognition there, I'm just gonna like slip my hand subtly within my jacket, resting my hand on the quick release for my wing harness.
Okay.
Holy hell, that's a long link.
I don't know
Again,
how to shorten it, so.
do I know you, friend?
Can't say that I know you.
Let's just say I've been looking for you for a while.
Do you have any idea how that does not help answer my question?
Nadia.
Many have been looking for me for a very long time. Most to lead them to safety from the church's hunts. So you don't look to be one of us.
No,
Too many
no, I'm not.
scales. So that goes to my second guess, given the out of place attire for someone. You're with the church, ain't you?
Would you be mad if you're right?
That's all I need to know. So what is it this time, dog? Just here to bring me back to your masters, or is it finally time to put us down?
Well, I gotta bring it back.
That's not an option. I have two more I'm looking out for now.
Weren't we told to help?
Yes, I'm sorry. Hi, my name's Mia.
No, I'll get to that soon. We won't eat
Sorry?
them yet. Let's hold on
Hope
to
you
at least
won't
a
eat us
little
at
bit of
all.
our humanity here.
I need him alive, guys.
Do we see anyone else in the room?
No, but like when he talks, he kind of like turns his head, like looking at somebody to his left as if somebody's there.
More look over at Al and be like, I have no orders to bring anyone in.
Well, I do. This is Church of Business.
We're here to help with the plague.
You're far too late for the plague, friend. That's up and gone. 6 hours ago, just like everyone was fresh as rain. With the snows melted and the sick not being, well, sick anymore, it was decided that we make movement to our new.
Well, I certainly have a few questions about that. How did the plague just disappear? Plagues don't usually do that.
I don't know.
I would follow with that. Is it going to come back when the snow comes back?
First, spring just erupted on us, and then the plague left.
So none of this was the doing of you or your people.
Before any of this, I was in here meeting with the other leaders of the group as to what to do with the sick. Medical supplies that we lifted from the train were helping, at least keep them comfortable. And then, as if out of nowhere, the snows were gone, the wildlife woke up. The climate was bearable. And then the following day, the sickness was gone.
Seems like it would, yes, it would be in the best interest of all of us here and those that are not here to find out why this happened. I can clearly see that there's something here between Lord Alistair and yourself. And I'm not saying you shouldn't resolve
So
that.
that's a lord. I'm not impressed. Seems like they'll give anything a title nowadays as long as they know how to lick a boot.
They gave me a permit.
Church does love its permits.
Are you just gonna talk, or do you want to put your money where your mouth is?
The other two want me to tear you limb from limb. But I'm not a monster. Fully. There's no need for us to come to violence. Alistair. You're muted.
You muted Raven.
What other two? Sazerclaw's just kind of like from the back.
Of course, you can't see them. passengers along for the ride now. They were my right and left hand. And, well, now due to some fucked up magic, me, I am them. Only I have a voice. There's no need for us to come to blows, Alistair, but you are not taking me back. I am far too dangerous to be in the populace. It would be best just to let me go.
What are you wanted for?
Trumped up charges. Murder, destruction of church property. Turning my back to the light. All simply because I am a lycan.
Now, it'd be one thing if it was just property damage, but you murdered some people.
I murdered nobody. I only killed who needed to be killed.
That doesn't really justify your means still.
Really, fighting for my life isn't ends to the means. Defending myself, defending those with me.
Hey, I don't make the rules, buddy.
No, you just lick the boots of those who do.
Hey, you pick and choose your battles.
And I'm giving you a chance to pick and choose one right now. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to fight. The other two, not so much. They want me to tear your face off right here and now. So just walk away. Leave me to my own inner demons. Or we can just do this and then you take your trophy back to the church.
Well, let's not be quite so hasty. I myself was in recently a situation with mental passengers, let's say, so I can sympathize with your situation. But it seems like there's a lot more at play here that would benefit all of us, church included, to learn about, rather than just tearing each other apart.
There's nothing to learn here.
I think there's a significant amount to learn here. There's powerful magic at play.
But stay away from magic. That at least the church has correct.
No, sorry, wrong. The church has it wrong.
But trouble, suffering, disease. That plague that you were sent here to help with was comprised from magic.
And was it not magic that cured it?
We don't know what it was. We didn't even question it. They up and left.
Well, I can confirm for you now, as I kind of glance back at Kemek, that there is very powerful magic in this area, and it likely did play a role, if not the entire role, in getting rid of that plague.
It'd be possible the plague comes back when they
think
leave the area.
You're asking the wrong guy. There isn't an ounce of magical talent in this body. I work with my hands.
Well, these people were your people, right? You said you were part of a group of leaders of some sort? You would know this area far better than the rest of us. Perhaps we can all just
I was leading
help
them
each
home.
other.
So unfortunately, they will have to move on without me.
Why is that?
He kind of like points to his left and right. These two. We're cursed. We are a danger. cannot be trusted.
You still have the plague.
That would be a kindness.
Are you all bound then?
Their bodies no longer exist.
Pity, I would have loved to have taken a look.
Careful what you wish for. It's getting harder to hold them back. Either leave, or for fuck's sake, put me out of my misery.
I mean, if
We
you
have
can't-
seen the curses lifted even in the past few days.
And he kind of like lurches forward, doubling up, like looks up, just like gritting his teeth. There is no time. As you can see, like his face beginning to like morph and like shape back as almost he's fighting it off. But you can see it's turning into this like strange wolf-like form.
Can I quickly walk up to him and touch him and use remove curse?
You can, but it does nothing.
Okay. I didn't think it would cure the werewolf curse, but I was wondering if maybe it affected
But
whatever
will
else
be up
happened.
there. But as you're up there, you're beginning to hear popping and tearing as his body is now just unable to maintain any sort of control over itself as he's like growing in size. And you begin to hear the growling of two other wolves as well, as you see two heads sort of pop up out of his neck, two human shaped skulls slowly turning into wolves.
Hey,
His
Cerberus.
We
body
found our
Where's Cerberus?
amassing, tripling in size, a large stinger-like tail coming out from the back, his hands kind of painfully shifting as it turns into two wolf heads as well, and two more sets of arms popping out of his side.
It's Goro
I
on
told you.
steroids.
Where's Cerberus? I told you it existed.
You didn't
Never
say
doubt.
a damn thing.
I'm gonna shift
Yes,
him
I
off.
did.
that was a while back, but yes.
I'm gonna
yes,
shift
they
him
did.
off the table here.
That I wasn't there.
I ain't saying you're right, but you're right.
Thank you.
I mean,
As the body
That's a
begins
big
to grow
boy.
and it kind of flips tables over and it kind of starts thrashing in anger as it lets out like one final roar with the other two wolf heads joining in. And now, this is when I need initiative.
It's your favorite words.
That's not my favorite words.
Then what's your favorite word, sir?
Y'all gonna die.
Food.
Oh, okay. All right. That's nice. Okay. Oh, fuck. As I drop my die. I need to stop dropping my things, my round things. Okay. I will take that. I would like a weird chicken in this game.
Oh god, no, please.
What are you, chicken?
It was a chicken, I tell you, a giant chicken.
Oh, y'all
Be
chicken
aware-
hawk, boy.
It'll be a weird chicken, and it'll breathe fire.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
approve.
Can it be acid instead of fire?
No, has to be fire.
Fine. That's a spicy chicken.
If it breathes acid, it has to be a black chicken
Okay.
because it has to follow the chromatic rules.
Oh Jesus, that's a
That's
initiative order.
not a
Okay.
Cerberus. That's a werewolf.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Where's
couldn't
my
find.
Cerberus?
I couldn't find a 3-headed Cerberus or a 3-headed
With-
werewolf
With both hands and 4 arms.
and a stinger tail.
Quick,
Yeah.
someone edit a photograph to have 3 heads.
You just needed it with 3 heads. Oh, I found one.
Wait, you did already?
I found a 3-headed werewolf. Oh, but not. I mean, obviously not with the other details. But I found a 3-headed werewolf.
Yeah, I found 3-headed werewolves too, but I didn't want to like use other people's art, so I'm just using video game art.
That's fair.
All right. I'm to see if level 5 is being kind to you all.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
I want this werewolf to have 420 health so he can blaze it.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Technically, it is. Tomorrow is 420.
Hey!
So, in a blind rage, this thing charges forward and thrusts the 2 wolf hands towards both Kemek and not Kemek, I'm sorry, Nolani and Alistair.
It's like that's a reach.
That's I have concerns.
You're doing me a concern, sir.
Excuse me, but you're very unsanitary.
Nolani, does an 18 hit you?
It does.
Okay. Alistair does a 20 hit. 30.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Did you say 30?
dirty.
Okay, dirty. I heard 30. I was like,
I heard
yes!
32. I was like, what? Excuse me?
Just
All right.
missed, sir. Just missed.
I have a 31 AC.
All right, so Nolani, you are going to take 9 piercing damage as you are grappled. As like the jaws kind of like lock into place. Alistair, you are going to take 11 points of piercing damage as you are grappled as well.
This is fine. This is fine.
Alistair,
Hi. Like, I have no issues being grappled. Can I still just punch him?
I mean, you technically can.
Okay. I think I'll just do that.
Okay.
I think that's just what I want to do. Which is great. I have extra attack. Yay.
Your attacks will be made at disadvantage.
That is perfectly fine. Where's my other die? Can't use it.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Your attacks will not be made at disadvantage.
Okay. Isn't that
That's
like
something
for
else.
range?
That's something else they have.
Oh, okay. So regular, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can handle that. All right. Does a dirty 20 hit?
It does not.
Okay. Next attack. That would be a nat 20 for 27.
That will hit.
Okay. Oh, that sucks. That'll be 6 bludgeoning. I'm going to. I don't know what the. Is it just like max D roll for crit?
We're level 5 now. It's brutal critical.
Oh. Okay, cool.
So it's max damage that you would get from a die roll. So whatever your
Okay.
max damage is, and then you would roll the actual attack dice
All right, so 1d6 plus 4
is 10.
and then and then I had 6, so that's 16 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And I'm going to use point of key. Do flurry of blows.
Okay.
All right. Does a 24 hit?
A 24 does hit.
Okay. That'll be a max damage for 10 bludgeoning. And then for the other one, another nat 20 for 27.
Very nice.
That'll be 10 plus. Nice. Another 10. So 20.
Very nice. Anything else from Alistair?
No, that would be all.
You're going to take another 7 points of piercing damage as you feel the jaws kind of like bite into you again.
7 points? I can take that.
Who is next? Ah, the other grappled person. Milani.
Fuck him up.
Yeah, I think I rolled to see if I'd stay in the grapple or not, and I am going to.
Okay.
Because I couldn't decide. So I will start with my bonus action upgrade and activate Rite of the Storm, taking 5 points of damage from that. So how's it roll? And then I'm going to bring the glaive, I'm going to roll it around up so it comes down across him over my head.
Okay.
For the first attack, which is a 19 to hit.
19 total.
Yes.
19 will not hit.
Okay. Fine. And then I'm going to make my second attack, because I can make 2 now. That's better. That is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
10, 6, that's 11 slashing and 5 lightning.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Alrighty. So while you maintain in the grapple, you two will take 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Mia.
Well, I think I'm going to start by pulling a tuft of white wolf fur from my component pouch, kind of blowing it into the air, and summoning Antia's frigid claw right here in this space behind them.
Gotta find where that claw's at. Antia's white claw. There it is. Okay, I don't want to slip. Roll 20. Why do you gotta be like this? I only wanted one thing.
That will form on the ground behind him. I cannot attack with it on the same turn. I summon it though, so I will pop that quick release on my wing harness as I run here. And that will be the end of my turn. Oh, and I used a 3rd level spell slot, sorry, when I summoned it.
All right. So as you walk into that area, he's going to use a reaction and with his whip tail, make an attack of opportunity against you.
I forgot about the tail.
Does a 13 hit you?
Sure does.
Okay.
What?
Wizard.
Wizard.
I'm a wizard. What do you want from me, man? My
Please tell me
AC
you don't
don't
automatically
wear
die.
shit.
Don't
So
die.
you are going to take 10
We don't wear
points. You are going to
shit.
take 10 points of poison damage,
Okay.
and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I will make the con save, but my shield apparates and takes the damage from that hail strike. Nope, that die's gone forever. That is gonna be a 21 on the con save.
Okay. You make the con save, so you're good. Chemic.
Yeah, I definitely want to scoot away, but before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of tap on Alistair and have those clockwork runes flash on him like before, giving him a +2 to his AC for the next minute. Go ahead and do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go over here. Don't want to get near that shit. And I'm gonna go ahead and take out that werewolf bone again and slash it across my hand and have this stream of blood shoot at him as I cast Lacerate.
What does Lacerate do
and
again?
It does a lot of damage.
I
but
know
he
it
needs to do
cuts
a
people.
Con save. It does. Cut this bitch. He needs to make a con save.
Con save? He's got a great con,
It's
but
probably
he has a great con, but he rolled like crap. That's gonna be a con save of 10.
10. Okay. Unfortunately, that makes it because this is a different. It's not against my save. It's against a specific save.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
you roll a
not.
2?
It's not my.
What's that?
On save.
Did you roll a 2?
Don't worry what I rolled.
Actually, no, that's a lie.
I will
It is against
math
my
your creature
save.
into the ground, sir.
It is
already-
against my
I already-
save, so I lied. It's so he does take the full damage, but it was something specific if he went lower. So
Yeah,
never
yeah.
mind. But he still takes
Okay.
full damage from
Can you
this.
bring Lacerate up
so that-
into the the little chat here?
Yes, I can. Beep, 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 beep. Here you go.
48 slashing damage. Damn. Okay, so
does
he
not
he
bleed
just
out
doesn't
profusively.
he doesn't get the Tarantino eruption for the
No.
blood. Okay.
Oh my. Okay. This is making up for all the shitty nat ones I've had for 3 games. Okay. One. 6. That is 26 bleeding damage.
Damn.
Well, it's slashing, but yeah. I like to say bleeding because it sounds cooler.
Does it though?
Blood.
Blood.
Chemic over here channeling their inner Turbinter.
Oh. I'm more Navarian, but you know.
Oh, you don't say.
I'll take it.
Oh.
Mhm.
Anything else?
No, because
Okay.
I did my movement. That was my bonus action to give Alistair the +2 AC. Which felt really weird because Kemek usually doesn't give it to anyone other than Nalani, but Nalani's kind of in a space that Kemek can't really get to
Okay.
at the moment.
Appreciate it.
So-
Thank you.
Uh, Wolfie here is going to use a legendary action.
Oh, hell no.
Because you know it was all coming. You see the arm of Alistair and it kind of like full back as he just launches Alistair towards Chemic.
Oh no.
Hold
I
on,
like
do
to
I
duck.
have something for this?
I was not the first person to
I
be
am-
thrown this campaign.
I have a question.
Chemic does
Actually,
Kamek, does a 16 hit you?
16 does, but hold on.
I have a question. Can I deflect missiles myself?
No, you can't.
Fuck.
I'm so sorry, buddy. Time magic. I would like to activate my anticipate attack,
Okay.
which allows me to move to half my speed, out of the way. So basically, time stops temporarily as I just sidestep out of the way. I'm just like.
I love that move.
Okay.
Why?
So he lines up, throws Alistair at you, and as he's flying, time stops for just a moment. You just nonchalantly sidestep, and as time picks up again, Alistair just crashes through the table that you were in front of, landing back here. Alistair, can I get a Constitution saving throw from you, please?
Sure.
I'm sorry, but if
Can I
you hit
slow
me,
fall
it would
this
be
shit?
most painful.
No, this isn't falling. You were thrown.
Throwing fall. Okay.
Yeah, do you see how much bigger you are compared to me? You're not landing on me, sorry.
He's a con
And you
save.
don't want the second biggest person in this campaign to land on you?
Nope. No, I do not. Been launched and launched at. I don't.
That
I
is
don't
a
need
17,
to-
sir.
Okay. You'll take half damage.
All right.
So you're going to take, this is halved already. You're going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash through this table.
Oh, he is not happy.
Tuck and roll, Alistair. Tuck and roll.
Alistair over here getting the Raven treatment.
No,
Do you
I
feel
finally
left out,
got
Raven?
Remember DMs, players are missile weapons.
Give it time. I'm not
They
done with
are.
Jamar yet.
I'm now
Ezra
tied with
Claw.
HP Fox getting hit by a bear.
Okay, step A, move to there. Step B, reevaluate everything.
Reevaluate my life.
Y'all. Okay. Start with this and see what the number is, and then I'll make a decision.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, so that's a nat 20.
Nice.
This is going to be a large number.
I attack him for math.
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting here doing using Great Weapon Master. Now, do I need to roll precision? No, I don't. Okay. But what I am going to do is burn 1 superiority die for a maneuvering attack.
Okay.
Which I'm going to let Alistair use, up to half his movement and all this.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. You're being used for damage, sir, I'm sorry. That's a D8. So... Sorry, brutal crit on new character, half to math.
Brutal crit, who this?
Oh god, okay. 12 plus 6 is 18 plus Great Weapon Master doubled is 38 plus another 8 for the regular is 46 plus whatever I have to roll.
Yep.
Oh. Uh, 62 is the total number.
What damage did you roll there?
That was 62 cold damage.
Total?
Yes.
Okay. So it was 46 for the total. So you did 46.
I
damage?
was mathing the whole thing.
Okay, so it's
46 was before I rolled dice.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Is it
Very
still
nice.
twitching?
Is what still twitching? Oh, is it still alive? Yes.
Him.
He is still alive.
Okay, I have a second attack.
Okay.
Yeah, those battle masters, man, they're something.
I mean,
Alistair,
we
you can move up to half your movement right now.
I will choose not to.
That's fair.
But-
I was using you for damage. Whether or not you choose to use it is up to you.
That's fine.
Not as great. That is a... No, that's sub 10 to hit.
Sub 10, yeah, that ain't gonna hit. All right, so he's going to take another legendary action to make a claw attack against the bird that just stepped into range.
I deserve that.
Yes,
Probably.
you do.
Probably. Does a 22 hit you?
Absolutely.
You are going to take 7 points of slashing damage as one of the spare arms underneath hits you with a claw.
I can live with that.
He's used 3 legendary actions.
Damage was worth it.
And he's got 20 more.
So,
Let's hope not.
your paladin friend here is going to come back. Let's see, can you make that? Gonna go there. He's gonna reach into one of the tattoos and he's gonna pull it out. He's gonna press it into Alistair's chest. Alistair, you are given haste.
Someone is
press
about
this
to get their shit kicked.
He just press his chest against his chest.
No, he put his hand against his chest.
Oh, I would have allowed it. I'd be like, here we go. I will reach over this table for you.
Make use of that. And he's going to turn around and he's going to activate the full aspect of his armor as his bonus action. Going back into that green plate mail with the elk helm. And he's going to take another 5-foot step down there. Kunkaball.
Let's see here. Does anybody look particularly hurt?
Alistair.
I just got
Again?
thrown. Did you not see me get thrown?
He's the front runner. We have like 3 front runners.
Man.
Alistair
Man.
looks hurt. Nalani's taken some damage, and so has Azure Claw.
Alrighty.
Shadowfox like, I heal Chemic.
No.
Just give him a silent thumbs up.
No, see, Kunkaval is very confused. He thought we were here to help, and yeah, he's going to heal the wolf. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
We
A
were
lizard
told
is-
to come here and help.
You were?
No, bonus action. I am going to use a charge of my wild shape to activate starry form of the chalice, and then action I am going to do my Twilight Sanctuary. So I need a 30-foot aura. Okay. Yeah, so pretty much everybody's covered. And I don't believe. Yeah. So that will be my turn for now.
Okay. Yuriko.
She flees.
I'm out.
No, I'm kidding.
Nice.
She's just the gif of that guy doing this and vanishing.
And she's just like, deuces.
Wait, are you seriously leaving?
No, I'm just fucking.
I was about to say, Alistair will remember this.
Have fun dying, you dumb fucks, is what she wants to say.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So. So she's going to. Actually, it's 90 feet. So the first thing she's gonna do is she's going to hex the wolf.
Okay. Get the little aerial thing or the little AoE for hex. Okay.
Alright, and she's going to step there because that's the length farthest she can go.
Oh,
And
what are
then-
you hexing? I have to ask.
Oh, strength. I'm sorry. So strength checks.
Yep.
And then she is going to go for a giant boomerang in green flame. And she is going to do a okay, you're getting a little excited there. She's going to do a green flame blade.
GFB.
Yep.
You gotta make
I
a
get it
melee
now.
attack against it.
Yep. And this is the first time anyone's seen
Well, second
her
time.
actually use it.
The second
Oh,
time you
yeah.
used magic previous.
Ooh, that's a good roll. Let's see, my plus on that is 7, so that's a 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Alrighty, and then I'm going to use a superiority die to do trip attack. So when you hit a creature, actually, let me just put it in here. Oh, I did already. So when you hit a creature, they expend 1 superiority die to attempt a knockdown. You add superiority dice to the attack's damage, and the target is large or smaller, which it is. It must make a strength saving throw or fail save. You knock the target out. I don't know why it's a strength saving throw because trip is a check, but it's.
I think it's
And
because you're cracking them in the legs, so it's like, can they withstand it?
I know, but I mean, if I were to actually do a trip move, do a trip, it's a check, not a save. I don't know why the spell.
It's a save because it's a save because it's an attack. It's not just necessarily you're trying to sweep someone's leg out from under them. It's you're cracking them in the leg with a weapon.
Johnny told me to sweep the leg. It's a check.
Okay. It's going to be a strength save of 22.
Yeah, he makes it, dirtbag. But I still get to roll the damage. Okay, so and green flame blade for me is another D8, so that's the third one. There you go. And I need a D6 for the hex. Ooh, damn, that's a good roll. So 7 and 5 is 12, 8 and 2 is 10, so that's 22 plus 3 for my charisma bonus. That's 25 points of damage.
Nice.
The hex is going to be 2 points of force. Is it force or necrotic?
Necrotic.
Okay, so yeah, 2 points of necrotic from the hex. Everything else is the bludgeoning. Well, I'm sorry. The 1d8 is going to be from fire. Does he have resistance to fire?
Nope.
All right, cool. Then it's and if he doesn't have necrotic, then it's 25 points.
Okay.
And I don't have a secondary target, unfortunately.
Okay. So at the start of his turn, Nolani, can I get a Constitution saving throw?
You can.
Are you below half HP yet?
No.
Okay, so just the Constitution saving throw.
That's a crap roll. That's a 10.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look, I rolled that nat 20 earlier in the game. It's gonna screw me for the rest of the game. That's how these things work, right?
No, it's just everything that does poison damage. The poison damage is horrible. Like, there's nothing in 5e that does crappy poison damage.
You begin to feel something sort of like start seeping into your body. As those of you who are around her can begin to see these black veins sort of like appearing on her, turning the area around it that pale, oh, even paler than how she is color.
Pale gray instead of a medium gray?
Your maximum HP is reduced by 8.
No.
As in your head, you hear, "Do not worry. Soon there will be 4 of us."
Hell no.
Jesus.
And then he lifts up the arm with Nolani, and he takes a swing at Yuriko.
Beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Does a 17 hit you, Yuriko?
Not right now, because of Embrace of Winter. Whenever I cast a first level spell, I get to add my proficiency bonus to my armor class until the end of my next turn. So fuck off, Wolf Boy. You miss.
As like Nolani's kind of like just like deflected off of the frost armor that you currently have protecting you. And as she's deflected, he kind of brings it over and tries to slam her into Azure Claw. Azure Claw, does a 7 hit you? A 7. No. And as he misses twice, he kind of growls and looks at Nolani, and like the center head sits for a bite on her.
I feel like Nolani was giving him like that grin, the bared teeth more than anything else.
That's going to be a natural 20 for 24.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't hit. No. Yeah.
You're going to take 25 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
I'm sorry. How many people have been distracted? How many people have gone since me?
Yuriko.
Just Yuriko.
Just Yuriko.
Yuriko. Okay, 5 points of temp HP to you.
Yay, thank you.
Alistair.
Oh, hooray. So,
You have haste.
I do.
Nolani gets 4
I would
points of
like
temp
to use a
HP.
free action to drink
I'm
a
using my
goddamn potion.
Oh,
That was the
Well,
monster.
wait. Before you drink
Got
the
it.
potion, how many hit points are you down? Because remember, you get to do a free 2 hit die.
Every hour.
Every hour.
Yeah, which
Oh,
he hasn't
right.
done it. He hasn't done it yet today.
Okay.
No. You don't save it up. It's just every tick on an hour, you're able to spend it if you need it.
At the 1 hour mark.
At that
Has
1
it
hour mark.
been an hour
Oh,
since
at
I've been
1
here?
o'clock,
it's-
2
oh,
o'clock,
it's
at 3 o'clock.
specifically-
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, I misunderstood. Okay, I thought it was once in an hour for the next
No.
24 hours.
No.
Okay, so on the hour. All right, that makes that less useful. Still appreciated, but less useful.
It's so useful. It has its own.
All right, so can I drink my potion?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Like, can I drink it now?
I don't know. You're going to upset Zoro. You're wasting a potion.
I don't give a
This really does hurt me. It really does.
And of course, my wonderful D4 rolls are both 2s. So I will gain
Groudon, I swear to God, I'm going to get like get a jersey for like a football jersey that just says Tickles on the back, and it's just gonna have the number 2.
Please. So I'll gain 6 health.
Or it'll just say Groods, and they'll just have 2.
Just whatever works. All right, so there's a reason why I didn't want to take that 10 foot, because I don't know what the hell that thing's gonna do, and even then I can just go back and reach it. So I'm gonna move my full movement speed of 40 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, right here.
All right, so when you get within 10 feet of it, it's going to take a reaction to attack you with its tail.
Fucking asshole. Sure.
Ooh. Does a 23 hit?
Unfortunately, yeah.
All right.
Are you sure? Because haste also bumps your AC by a negative.
By
By
what?
2.
By 2.
It's
No,
still
no,
hits
you have
me.
You have a +4 right now in your AC.
I would be at 22 AC.
Got it.
All right, so
still hits me.
you will take 7 points of poison damage.
7 points. That
And
is
I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Not pulling Alani.
like I just drank. Well, that's good. That's still it beats it. And you said con save.
Con save.
Okay. All right. That would be a 19 plus
19. Yeah, you're good.
21. Okay. All right. Not very happy.
I don't
He's
think
a dick. He threw me across the building. Okay, so hold on. Haste gives me extra action or extra attack.
extra
Gives
action.
you an extra action which you can use to make a single attack.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So pretty much you can attack, use flurry of blows, and then make it one more attack.
Well, I have extra attack, so that's 2 flurry and then an extra
Yep.
a regular attack. Okay.
Yep.
So I could do 5 if it hits. Okay.
You can do 5 punches.
Fuck yes. Let's go. All right, here we go. Whoo, that'd be another nat 20 for 27.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. So that is a 10 plus.
I feel bad because I just have a feeling that all these nat 20s are being used now, and then
Right. By the way, for all these
the
attacks,
winter of ones comes.
all these attacks are all non-lethal.
Okay.
All right. So that
Oh,
is-
because you gotta bring him in alive.
I have to bring him in alive, and I have mentioned that to everyone.
Yeah, my attacks weren't non-lethal.
Yeah.
Neither were mine.
So
I don't
that's
think- I
9
don't
bludgeoning
I don't think.
on top of 10.
How many bludgeoning on top of 10?
19. So
So-
19 bludgeoning.
A total of 19.
Yes.
I don't know how to.
All right. Jesus fuck.
Roll 1.
No, I rolled another 20.
Nice. Keep that damage
So-
coming.
It's going, baby.
God, is that one of one of Fox's dies?
No, this
Probably.
is one of the ones. This is one of my my tickles dice. I need to get new ones for Al. But yeah, that is actually max damage, so that is 20 bludgeoning.
Nice.
All right, I will now use a point of key. Flurry of blows. Okay, that would be 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Okay. That is okay. Max damage against for 10 bludgeoning. And then, lastly, let's go. That would be 19 for 26 to hit.
26 will hit.
And that is a 5 plus 4, so 9 bludgeoning.
Okay. You lay into him, but he's still up and kicking.
All right, and I can't stress enough. I'm just gonna repeat. I need him alive.
Sorry, I don't know how to stab non-lethally.
Use the blunt end of your damn thing.
Okay,
I don't
so
know how to stab
before
on one.
Nalani's turn, he's gonna take a legendary action to do another tail attack against Alistair.
Oh yeah. Oh
Alistair gets 7 temp HP.
yeah. Okay, thank you. That works.
He's going to miss though,
Oh, thank God.
as like it just stabs into the wood next to you. Nalani.
We're going to try to attempt to break the grapple. She doesn't want to be here no more.
Okay. Are you below half HP?
Yes.
Give me a wisdom save.
No. Anything but wisdom.
Ron's favorite save.
Oh, I'm using the big die for this. 13?
You don't want to be let go. That
Oh.
feeling of being a part of them seems almost appealing to you.
That's nice.
So
Is this
That thought-
some
Does that
sort
burn
of
my
charm
action, though?
effect,
no, it does
maybe?
not burn your action. It's like that thought of you being of you trying to get away from them is just almost fleeting.
If
So
it
you
wasn't,
what's that?
if it was a charm effect, I had disadvantage on that roll. I forgot to ask.
If it was what effect?
Charm?
Yes, it is charm.
Alright, so I had disadvantage on that roll. Do you want me to roll another one just to see how bad it got?
No, a fail is a fail. It doesn't really matter. But you can
Okay.
still make attacks if you wish.
Yeah. We're going to free action a potion. We need potion. 6, 7, 8 points of healing.
Okay.
We're gonna do bonus action Blood Curse of the Marked, which
Oh
is
wait,
just
you had your you failed that Constitution saving throw.
yes, I did.
Okay, you cannot regain the hit points from the healing.
Oh, I
you-
can't regain hit points either. Okay.
You drink the potion. You think there's something is supposed to happen, but nothing happens.
Ah, faulty potion. This is the last time I trust someone else's health potions.
It was just a Kool-Aid jammer.
Rojan,
Yes.
just so that I'm not metagaming this, is there any way, shape, or form that I would be able to tell that Nalani is under a charm effect?
Not necessarily, no. It kind of
Okay.
looked like for a moment she had a thought to do something, and then shook it off and drank a potion.
That's fair.
And then we have to attack. So let's go ahead and let's make them. That's going to be a 8 plus 8, so that's a 22.
22 will hit.
So that's a woohoo. 15 slashing,
Ooh.
and then 8 lightning damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to $25.
25 hits.
That's an additional. That's a 1 on the die, but I have the great weapon fighting. So I'm willing to weapon that you roll with 2 hands. You can re-roll the die.
Yep.
And you have to use the new one.
Kind of
Woo!
like what
That-
Brockus has with his shotgun.
Yep. And then I rolled max damage for another 15 slashing
Nice.
and 10 lightning.
Nice. Anything else?
Nope, that's everything. I can't move, so.
All right.
Well,
Mia.
in that case, she gets 8 temporary HP.
Thank you.
Do not take that HP.
Damn it.
It's temporary HP.
I know.
Doesn't matter. Sounds like it doesn't matter.
Something
Yeah,
else.
cool.
Something else just got it.
Healing the monster, aren't I?
So if we hurt you, we hurt the monster, right?
Well, would there
That is sound logic in Yuriko's book, sir.
would
Only now
Would
you can tell I'm healing the
Kunkel-
monster.
would Kunkoval know that that didn't land the way it should have?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana roll here.
I'm going to say that's probably no with a nat 1.
Not with a nat 1, no.
Please.
Mia?
So, I am. Yeah, my wings are going to burst forth from some cleverly hidden slits in my coat, and I'm going to corkscrew my way through the air and land right over here.
Okay.
And as I land, I turn around and swipe up with my hand, and as I do, that wolf's paw that is manifested swipes at this guy, making a melee spell attack for a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is very good damage. That'll be 15 cold damage. And he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's cold, sir.
His dex is so damn good, but that's going to be a 7.
That's going to be a 7, okay. So the claws of this manifested paw just happen to catch the tendon in the back of one of his legs and knocks him prone.
Okay. So he is currently prone on the ground.
That is the end of my turn.
I feel like this is very awkward for Nalani now.
Because he's kind of like...
I'm either in the air or I'm off.
Yeah, you're kind of like in a wiggly wolf arm, kind of just like being swayed left and right.
Whoa!
We're
Kemek.
playing airplane.
Yeah. I'm actually looking up this spell component real quick. Where did my... Why does my thing keep going away? Thank you.
Because you need it to work.
It's... Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna go ahead. It is a ranged spell attack. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Kemek is gonna go ahead and kind of hold on to their hand like they're in pain, and their hand is completely freezing over and turns into ice, and then it just snaps and breaks as they hold a shard of ice, hand turning back to normal, and throws it at the where Cerberus as they cast Frostbitten Fingers, and it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
I think they instantly fail that because they are prone.
Okay, so because of that, it is, let me do this so you guys can.
Nope. Prone, believe it or not, has no effect on dex saves.
That's weird.
You
It
roll
is a
out of the
little bit
way.
weird, but I think that would also make prone really overpowered.
Yeah, you're thinking incapacitated.
You said a dex save, right? Not disadvantage or
Yes.
anything. They just make a normal
Yep,
one.
just a normal one.
Okay, that is going to be an 8.
Okay, it fails. So, basically, let's see here. Its hand is now frostbitten. It is no longer able to maintain its grip on Nalani and basically drops her. Every 10 minutes while being affected by this finger, it will continue to make a Constitution saving throw, and each time it fails, it will take cold damage and lose a finger.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
the moment you see
Starting with the pinky.
Nolani, well, it doesn't have fingers on the hand that's holding Nolani. It's a wolf jaw. But
Well,
as soon as
Still affects
Nolani,
its hand.
as this takes place, Nolani is dropped. And Kemek, how do you want to do this?
So does it? I don't think it still takes damage. I think it only takes damage once it's Yeah. So it Oh yeah, no, the 1d6. Yeah. So as it chucks it to this wolf, it's gonna have it hit it straight in the jaw and have it kind of go through its throat to get it to drop Nolani. So it almost looks like because it shoots so fast, it almost looks like a bullet just goes through its throat to unhinge its jaw and release Nolani.
Okay. So as this thing flies through and Nolani's reached, you see the body sort of convulse. Nolani, you feel that tie severed as you're dropped, though you can still feel the pain sort of coursing through your body. The black veins are still there and you feel like trash, but the body just goes limp, lifeless.
Are you all right, Nolani?
Nolani, you know that this thing has been dead for quite some time, but it was using you as somewhat of a catalyst to keep itself alive as your friends were beating on it.
I could have been better if it hadn't used me as a life-sustaining battery pack.
And Kemek, as you're looking at Nolani, you can tell that she's not 100%. That those same discoloration that was on White Fang in his human form is now showing up on her.
Are you infected, do you think?
And I guess I do my own medicine check on myself to see if it's an infection or if it's something that I feel like is going to wear off, or
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
So since you're self-diagnosing, are you proficient in medicine?
no.
Okay, make this a disadvantage then.
Okay. 11.
11. You don't know. You don't feel good, that's for sure. You don't feel like yourself, as you feel as if like something is missing.
Just don't feel quite right. I'm gonna sit down for a little while. I'm gonna pull out one of the chairs and just plop into it.
Should probably rest then.
So, is he still in werewolf form or is he back to human form?
It is still this huge 3-headed, 6-armed, tail-spiked werewolf.
Well, I need proof of my job, so can I take the head?
Which one?
Yeah, there's 3
I
of
was
them.
thinking,
One of them, middle one, does not matter to me.
And you technically don't need proof. Your
Are you sure?
job was dead or alive.
All right.
dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Love.
I'd still like to take a head, though.
I have to ask, where are you going to keep it? Because the heads are massive.
Are they massive?
They are
Shit.
massive. This is a large creature. It is massive.
Can I keep teeth then?
You can take a tooth, yeah.
Out of
Yeah, I'll take a
character,
tooth.
is Kemik's bag of hold empty?
No, it has something in it.
I'm trying to remember what was in it.
I don't
One
feel
of
like it's
the
ever empty.
Very large volatile crystal is in it.
Yeah, you took
right.
a large coalesced mana crystal when you popped out the brain jar, or the
That's
sludge
right.
jar.
Can you switch out a body? Is that possible?
Yeah,
Well, they
but
switch
it-
out,
it-
though.
She
Switch
can,
out.
she can switch out anything. Yes.
It's just it can only hold one thing at a time, so yes, I can very easily switch it out. These skeletal hands will drop it for me, so I don't even really have to reach in.
Yeah, isn't it violently though? Like it just basically just like L-ways it out the bag.
I think it's just violent the bigger it is. I think it's just like, I will take this big thing, I will put out this big thing. Might not be as violent if it's small, but I haven't tested anything on small yet.
I will ask Kemek if we can take the body with us, if they
If
can
I-
use their bag of hold.
If I see that bag of hold come out, I'm leaving the room.
That's fine.
Magic bad.
No, it's more of what's in the bag.
If it helps, I also have a bag of holding and I collect skulls, so
The bag
we
of
could
holding
just
is
take
not
the head.
large enough to hold that.
Not if I don't melt it down.
Well, I mean, what if we cut the heads
Well, I'm
off?
taking the
If
head.
heads.
That's what I meant, the head.
I
The
think that's
head.
what he was saying. The
The heads are too big.
opening on the bag
Yes.
is too small.
Now the bag of hold, on the other hand, can hold whatever you want. If you wanted to walk out and take this entire building with you, you could.
Holy
If you need
shit.
proof of its DNA, I'd say take a fang and a finger.
Fine.
That one's looking particularly frostbitten right now. It's perfect and will hold for a while.
There's no frostbitten finger. That's a frostbitten wolf head.
Yep.
I'm just gonna do that.
You still take a finger.
I know it's not proof, but I like to show my proof.
Okay.
Or rather, like, I know they don't need proof. I like to
You're
show my
just
proof.
popping off a trophy.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I
Should I roll for
join him
anything?
in that endeavor and collect some of this thing's blood?
Sure. How are you collecting the blood?
Why you gotta say it like that? Have I learned my lesson?
No, you
No.
haven't. Obviously.
You know, it was sitting on the 12, and then both of you said no, and it shifted over to the 2.
I mean,
I hate-
let's be fair. Does Mia ever learn lessons? No.
Can I
No.
stop her from doing this?
I'm wearing gloves, though.
You're wearing gloves, okay?
I'm wearing gloves.
Okay.
Okay, so that will give you a base of a save here. So
Yeah, so as Alistair's there, like, yanking a tooth out of this thing, I just kind of, like, scoot up beside him and just pull out a dagger and slice it and let the blood drip into a vial.
okay, so can I get a Constitution saving throw from you
Yeah, Yuriko moves out
At
of the way of
disadvantage.
material spray.
at disadvantage?
Why you got?
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. You have gloves on, so it's not disadvantage. It's just
Okay,
normal.
well, that's a 16.
Okay, you're fine. And you get a small vial of this like jet black blood.
That's a lot of blood clots.
It's a lot of something.
Yep.
So
Well, I'm
Nalani,
gonna one up her and just take a heart.
are you cutting into this thing's chest?
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay. I mean, I have to
But I
ask.
got the
I have to ask because I can see Kemek doing it.
I mean, they're totally thinking it, but it's like, nah. It's
Do it, no
fine.
balls.
Are you invoking the rule of no
I'll-
balls?
I'll-
I'll
Okay.
share my
I'm
blood with you
invoking
if
it.
you need some.
I, I'm just gonna start calling Kemek Evil Doogie. It's like-
What if Doogie?
What am I, an
What
old
if Doogie?
1950s puppet?
Yeah. What if Doogie Howser, but evil and goblin?
yeah. I mean, isn't that what Kemek's becoming?
You assume me? Wouldn't you like to know? You don't know my life.
You don't know what I've
I-
been through, man.
I'm only making judgments based on the actions I've seen Kemek make.
Yeah, that's fair. I've only ripped into 2 bodies so far. It's
So
fine.
Nalani,
Mm-hmm.
while you are suffering under this condition, you cannot regain HP by any magical means. Only by natural. Long rests, short rests, that sort of thing.
You're fucked.
That's good. We get 2
Just
hit dice
ignore
every
us.
hour.
You get 2 hit dice every hour, yeah.
This is a good day for that. When we hit the
She just
hour.
needs a long rest and she'll be
Yeah, food buff.
Speaking of which, I like to use some of my hit dice, please.
Short
Um,
rest.
So you guys are gonna take a short rest in the.
Suppose.
Are you gonna take it in the town, like in the Great Hall, or are you heading out, making camp?
I'd rather not short rest in the tavern where the like caustic bleeding were Cerebus is dying profusely.
Why not?
Same.
There's 6-armed creatures out there. I'm all right being in here with the dead were Cerberus.
There's six
Yeah.
armed creatures out there. I'm fine to be in here with a dead 6-armed creature.
Exactly.
You know, that's a fair point.
You know, I'm smart for a reason.
And if we are staying in here, like, you know, she's just gonna like chill in the corner, like literally away the furthest she can be from that thing.
Okay. Inside this great hall, there, like, well, the food isn't, you know, edible, but there is definitely casks of ale available for anybody who wants to drink.
Oh, hell yeah.
There is not an upstairs. Interesting. I thought I put a stair in here. Oh, well, I'm a liar.
Plans for hire.
I don't particularly need to rest. So during this short rest, can I poke around in some of the other houses? And
Sure.
Particularly, this guy had mentioned that he was like part of a group of leaders. So I want to kind of try and maybe find where these leaders had a tendency to meet and poke around in that house.
Okay. And Etrin will accompany you.
I was gonna say the wizards are just on the same wavelength because Kemek was gonna do the same thing. They don't need to rest.
Okay. So Kemek, Etrin, and Mia are gonna go sightseeing around the rest of the Miller's Toll.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll do this by hour. So for the first hour, those of you who are resting, go ahead and take your free 2d6 regen, and then spend as many healing as many HD as you want on your short rest.
Is it 2d6 for the healing or the hit die for the healing?
2d6 hit die.
2d6
I'm sorry.
hit die. Okay.
I'm sorry. 2 hit die. I don't know where I got 2d6 from. 2 hit die.
Okay,
It's a
I can do
D6
that.
for the wizards.
But the
Yeah.
wizards don't need to heal.
Two quick questions.
true.
Okay.
Since I don't need the points. One, is it obvious that, like, is it obvious that Nalani is just looking like, you know,
Oh yeah,
more
it's
well, I mean, does it look like she's suffering from something other than being gnawed on by an undead wolf?
yeah, it's very apparent that there's something else wrong with her because those black veins and everything running along her neck.
Okay.
Not her usual black markings.
Yeah, not the tattoos or anything like that. These are just like carotid veins.
So then in the first hour, I'm going to try and commune with the Snow Mother and, you know, basically go, do you want her alive? Is there something I can do to make sure she doesn't die? She's not looking too good.
There is no response.
Well,
Hey, Rojan,
I tried.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm gonna take up on that offer of your high school jacket with the number 2.
Okay.
Oh my god, did you roll 2s?
I did.
It's not a high school jacket. It's gonna be a football jersey.
Football
Varsity
jersey.
jacket. Sorry, whatever.
No. It's gonna be a like a football jersey. It's gonna
Oh,
be
jersey.
yeah, like a
okay.
jersey.
Okay, cool.
Stop it, sir. Stop it.
I'm cursed with the terrible 2s. Worse than a kid.
Okay, so for those of you who are going sightseeing around the town, go ahead and give me investigation rolls. Etrin isn't going to find anything.
So close to that nat 20. Instead, it's going to be a 22.
Okay. And Kemek?
I don't know why I keep losing my sheet. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Ooh. That's 26.
22 and 26. Very nice. So you scour the rest of Miller's Toll, the few buildings that you haven't been in yet, and you don't necessarily see anything as like a personal residence. You do see that that one of the larger buildings that when you walk in was primarily used for the cutting of the trees, the sawmill, was broken down a bit and converted into like a mass living area. As you can see, numerous bedrolls and discarded hay stuffed pillows strewn about in what looks to be a very hasty move. The other three buildings in here were a smithy, what looked to be a sort of shack that they were using to dry meats, and then what you can only assume was the foreman's office that has a very large layer of dust on it, as if nobody's been in here for a while.
So nothing really of interest for the most part, other than it looks like some things are older than as they should be.
The building that had all the cots and stuff in them, the bedrolls. Quick run through in there. Is there any like personal effects that have been left behind?
A few like trinkets here and there, some socks, maybe like a forgotten shirt, a leftover blanket. Nothing of any sort of great importance.
Okay. I guess return to the rest of the group.
Okay, so after an hour, the three of them return to the rest of you in the Great Hall. Nolani looking at least a little more alive, though the black marks still very prominent on her skin.
I want to go look her over.
Okay.
And just double check. Make sure she's okay. I could do a check or anything to kind of just make sure.
Medicine.
Yeah, I got that. Ooh. All right. I'm doing good today. That is a 22.
A 22. It seems as if she is suffering from some sort of infection.
Can I tell if it's infection similar to lycanthropy, or is it something else? More undead related, maybe?
It's definitely not lycanthropy, as most of the time nobody gets black veins or anything like that, and it doesn't necessarily make them weak. This seems to be something completely different. The areas that the black marks have taken effect have like dulled to that pale color that White Fang was showing on his face.
Well, you're not turning or anything like that, but it seems like whatever was inflicting him might have transferred to you temporarily. It will probably wear off, but you should probably take it easy in the meantime.
Something tells me I should avoid dead bodies more so than usual.
Perhaps you're not wrong.
He did say that he was going to absorb me into him, so...
Well, the infliction inflicts, apparently. Passed on to you momentarily, but...
Well, hopefully it will pass with time.
That is my hope. Again, I would take it easy for now. Certainly avoid undead, certainly avoid that creature in the corner, and hopefully after a nice rest you'll be bright as rain.
You know how I feel about the dead anyway.
Yes, but we should be a little extra cautious for right now. Just to be safe.
I have no problem with that. I have no desire to touch anything that's dead.
Fair.
It
Are
does
you
invite the
well
soul
enough to
back.
get up? Are you well enough to stand up?
I'll be fine.
Well, the weather seems nice. I'll walk.
I was wondering if you're gonna make her carry you still.
No, Kamek's not that mean.
Yeah, they are.
During that conversation, I'm gonna pop open my herbalism kit and put together a few different herbs and kind of roll them up and hand them to Nalani. Smoke this; it'll help.
What's in here?
It's a few different herbs: thyme, wormwood. There's some yellow dock in there.
All right. I don't have any fire. I'm looking at the two wizards pointedly.
I don't have any fire spells either, but I do
light
have
my
flint and
finger.
steel.
I light my finger. There's a flame dancing at the end of the nail.
That'll work.
That's what she was looking for.
I was just gonna, whip out my fire snakes, be like, here you go.
Just hold
Lonnie
extremely
has supplies.
still.
Hold extremely still. They will not bite. I promise.
Lonnie has her tinder box and everything else. She can make fire, but
Fire bad.
Fire.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not that kind of wizard.
There's a lot of things we're not that kind of wizard.
Hey, you need someone to make a spear out of your blood? I'm your gal. But you need fire? No can do.
that sounds interesting to Lonnie. But she'll take a spear of blood.
What happened to the druidcraft ability? Come on.
Anyways, she will go ahead
Yeah,
and
druid.
smoke the
Yeah,
herbs.
Druid. Okay.
Smoke those
I
herbs.
imagine she recognizes the herbs, having an herbalism kit of her own.
Yeah. And while it doesn't really have any sort of curing effect, it kind of relaxes you a bit.
Why do you think Mia's always
Better than
smoking a
nothing.
pipe?
I mean, if I want to relax, I got more magic cookie.
She's always stoned.
This is true. You do
I
have
think
that
I'd
magic
want to
cookie.
fuck with other magic shit when you're inflicted right now. Hell no. I will
I'm not
smack
feeling
that.
good. Maybe I should eat a cookie.
I will volleyball palm that so fucking hard if I see that get pulled out.
Just cover all the magic effects. It's fine. Fine. They won't count.
They'll cancel
No
each
one
other
wants
out. It's fine.
Yeah.
No one wants to see a baby Alistair.
There was a moment where I considered crumpling it up and putting it in the breakfast.
Oh, you.
Oh my god.
Oh, I
The
would
thought
have.
passed through my head.
Oh.
Look, we would like if that would have happened. Like we would have gotten DMCA'd for the Muppet Babies theme song.
You don't want to see
Baby
Kamek as a child. You don't want Kamek as a child. Trust me.
Kamek would definitely
Outland
be
children.
animal.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Barate! Barate!
So after everyone takes those short rests and everything, what's the plan?
Well, did what we could.
You did get
Is that-
information that the other Lycans did leave town through the north.
We also know the plague has passed.
Well, I'm not 100% sure if time is reversed or what, but we could pursue them in the north to get more answers.
That's
Yes.
assuming one of them's responsible.
I'm a little bit
Well,
torn on that, actually. Pursuing them could certainly help give us answers as to what exactly happened here. And believe me, I do want answers. But if we find out where they've gone, we have to report that. And I don't know if these people deserve
Do
to be
we?
put in that danger.
We were never told to report back on what they went. We were just told to find information about the plague.
It's the church. They'll
true.
ask.
Half truths are just as good as full truths.
I agree, but I'm not exactly the best at telling lies, if you haven't noticed.
I can tell them.
What Chemic's for.
I don't necessarily lie per se. I just tell them what they need to know. They don't have to know the whole thing.
Which
It's
I
not lying.
suppose is fair, but, Lord Alistair,
Yes.
if you found out the location of this new settlement of lycanthropes, would you report the location to your superiors?
I would probably mention it to Den Mother, but as to my church officials, no, because technically I only came here to do one job from them, and that job is done. So until I get other jobs from them, not really my concern.
So I guess the question then is, do we trust Den Mother enough to not inform the church? With an inquisition on her doorstep, I don't know if we can.
I'd say normally, probably. She knew they lived here in the first place. But you're right, the Inquisition is most likely on its way. The less we know, the better.
I do very, very much want to know what sort of magic is at play here, but I also don't want to put innocent people in danger.
My opinion, our job here is done. It's time to head back.
Indeed. There's just a difference between a job and information, but
There
I
is,
like
but not
collecting all the facts.
everyone makes that distinction.
Fair and unfortunate. What does everyone else think? Claw?
I'll Den Mother and leave it at that, I think.
Well, if that's what everyone else wants to do. I don't care otherwise. Shall we try to see if the horses are still alive?
Now, are you
No,
going to?
no one's in a hurry to get back. All right.
Now, are you going to travel throughout the night through the forest, or are you going to take camp somewhere?
We probably shouldn't. If it's too late, we probably should stay.
Camp.
Yeah.
I can board up for the night here.
Yeah. If no one feels comfortable enough staying in here, we could go to one of the other residencies.
I was about to mention that. Let's not stay where there's a dead body.
Oh well.
Go to one of the smaller houses with maybe fewer entrances into it.
The largest building here that would be able to fit all of you would be that abandoned sawmill.
That sounds like a great place to stay the night.
That
I've
doesn't sound like a
too many
psycho-
horror films.
I was gonna say
No.
I was gonna say, I've seen too many horror films.
Doesn't sound like a
That's just
psycho
a
killer is
bad
gonna show up.
idea.
No, not at all.
Art Hard Studios, thank you for that raid.
Well, you know, we are the psycho killers.
I was like, I've seen too many horror films to know that that's a bad idea.
Some vengeful mother walking.
Then we all need to
some
exit
vengeful
the mill
mother
one by
walking
one.
around.
Hey, we
Uh,
didn't
And go
say
to the
that we.
basement and don't turn on the light.
No, you're just gonna be fighting some vengeful mother walking around the site in a hockey mask with a fire axe.
Yeah, no, we don't all need a bed to sleep in. If it's a smaller house with a big living room, I'm okay with that.
No, like it's like the only spot where all of you can fit in there would be
Or-
that or this building.
We pop Kimmick's tent and then we pile in on her floor.
Yeah, and then
Their
everybody
floor.
Harry Potter's in there.
I'm sorry, what?
It's an option.
Not everyone would fit.
Maybe not on the bed.
In fact, give me 1 second. No, I don't think that there'll be floor room level. I think that's like a level 4 spell. Let me double check. Hold on. Let me consult. 3rd level spot. Where are we going here? Huh. Third level, the foyer becomes a dining area that sits up to 6 people and enough floor space for 6 people to sleep, even if they bring their own bedding. The sleep room is unchanged, therefore I still have my king-size bed.
So 2 of us get to sleep in the bed. The other 5 of you get to camp on the floor, or 6 of you get to camp on the floor.
Not the worst idea I've heard.
First of all, be gracious, I still have an opportunity to use this. Second, if I don't like what happens, I will kick you out. And because I have to upcast it, I don't think I have to do the ritual part of it anyway, but it will still take me 15 minutes to upcast it regardless. It just uses the spell slot instead. So I will find a corner. If there are benches in the way, I will have the strong muscly people move them out of the way so I still have to put up the tent. It's still a tent.
Lonnie can assist you putting up.
I will have it to where the entrance of the tent is facing out towards the door, so if we do watches, they just have to look in that direction and we're good.
So, Etrin looks at the rest of you and he's like, I will remain outside the tent. I will keep watch for all of it.
All right.
I don't think I would fit in there anyway.
Oh, you would. And Eliza go in the tent.
Out.
Since we're an odd number, Yuriko will stay out with Etrin.
No, I think all of you can fit in there, can't you?
No, we can, because the thing is, it opens up a floor space for 6 more people to slip, and my bedding area does not change. So me and Nalani still have a place to sit.
So the rest of you...
We can sleep 8.
The rest of you
plus
can
6 more people.
Yeah.
She still stays outside.
So technically, he could fit in there.
Oh, yeah, no, if he could fit in there, yeah, he's totally going to fit in there.
Yeah, he can. Because me and Nalani, I'm small enough that me and Nalani, and I can make this any size bed I want. It's a fucking king size bed because it's the best. So me and Nalani can fit in the bed. Exactly. For the Goliath. So we can fit in the bed just fine, the 2 of us. And then there's enough floor space. So, yeah. He could come in if he wanted to.
I mean, technically, since Kemek is so small and it's a king-size bed, you can fit a 3rd medium-sized creature into that bed.
Pretty much. Not to mention that, like, there's 2 other people that are technically they're medium-sized, but let's be honest, they're on the small end of medium.
Okay, yeah. So if Etrin can fit in there, he will definitely join you.
He can. Because again, it says it fits 6 more people and my bedding chambers do not change. So I still have that bed and my desk and all that good
party,
stuff.
guys.
It's a slumber party.
So when Nalani walks in, Nalani notices that there's like this whole extra dining room area that just got added on and expanded, making this way bigger than it was before. And there's a full-blown table with chairs and everything to sit at. And yeah, and a bunch of floor space. I'd say a fireplace, but that's not until I upcast it again, so you have to wait till I level up.
You assume the line notices anything.
Well, I would like to think so. They give you more credit. You're intelligent.
9.
You're intelligent.
9 passive perception.
So yeah. So once I do the 15 minutes, everyone can pile in. And Yeah, so technically, if Nilani or anyone wanted to cook, there's no kitchen as of yet, but there would be a space to have food and eat if we wanted to.
The honey feels like crap, and y'all got thermoses.
Oh, that's fine. Totally fine.
Okay.
So yeah.
Whenever we hit the next hour, the only is going to continue to use those hit die that we get every hour.
Yeah, I kind of figured you guys would, continue to use the regen buff from the meal in the morning.
Oh, please. I'm getting tired of rolling twos.
You don't have to roll. I mean, technically, by the time you all go to sleep, you should be at full HP. Or
Oh, thank God.
You overestimate Ground's ability to roll more than a 2.
Don't you curse me with that logic.
Prove me wrong.
Fine, I will roll for you. I will shut the fuck up.
so, night passes. Everyone gets a peaceful sleep, even Nilani.
Hooray.
Though Nilani, at the next day, I'm going to need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
At least that one I can kind of do. I spoke too soon.
What'd you get? Oh, perfect.
A 1?
Oh, no.
Oh,
A natural one.
perfect.
Why?
With a total of 4. Because I spoke too soon.
Okay. Nilani.
Yeah?
Can you roll me 2d10, please?
Sure.
Actually, no, I will roll 2.
I hope so, because I hope it's less than mine.
Your max HP drops by 13.
That's still less than mine.
An additional 13?
An additional
or...
13.
Well, Frank's gonna get mad at me about how I'm
You-
recording this.
Congratulations, you're the new
When
wizard.
you wake up, I believe Kemek would be the first one to notice this. You have even more of those black marks on your skin as it's gotten to like this deathly pale color.
This is fine.
And-
Everything's fine.
You are breathing a bit hard as your eyes are like softly, a soft red color. And as you look over at Kemek, you feel a hunger starting to surge up inside of you.
Ooh. Ooh.
Thoughts in your
I'm
mind
skinny.
that
You don't want this.
if I eat this
Oh, Crystal.
little goblin, I will feel better.
I'm gamey. Don't do it.
Oh no. That's not a good thought. He does not have good wisdom.
Can I eat it?
Me noticing this.
Give me an insight check, Kemek.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh God. What's my insight?
See, make
Oh,
it
good,
make it
okay.
make it an advantage because you've been traveling with Nilani for so long.
Thank God, because the other one was a 7. That is a 21.
You can see this very hungry look in her eyes as if she's sizing you up.
I will go ahead
Can I grab
and
the goblin? Because
go up to her and I'm gonna try it. I don't know if it'll work, but I'll try it. And I'm gonna go ahead and place my hand on her forehead and remove curse.
I'm gonna be attempting to bite her while she does this.
Okay.
Because
Make an
he's a
attack.
goblin.
Make an attack roll against the snack-sized goblin.
Do I need to do a dex?
No, because this is a straight out attack against you.
Okay.
Okay. What do I add to my die?
Well, I could use my reaction.
The same thing that you would always use for an unarmed strike. So it would be your
Strength?
strength. Yeah.
And do you add proficiency? No, you don't add proficiency.
You do, yeah. Everyone's
do?
proficient in unarmed strikes.
Everyone knows how to punch.
15. I rolled low.
It hits, but I would like to use my reaction to just sidestep in time and come up behind you and grab you in the back of the head.
Okay, you can definitely do that. Because you use the
Yeah.
You use
It is,
the
it is a reaction.
what is it, the foresee attack or whatever it is?
Anticipate attack,
Anticipate attack, yeah.
I'm
So
assuming they can get their spell off before I can grab her again.
Yep.
Grab them again.
You like appear behind her and grab the side of her head.
But I get 2
And
attacks.
You cast remove curse as nothing happens.
God damn
I
it.
would like to eat the goblin.
As a little bite-sized snack kind of has their small hands on the side of your head.
Hey, they're bite-sized. I'm just gonna reach back there and pull them forward again and bite them.
All right, grapple. The rest
we
of you,
seeing
the
this?
rest of you see this happening.
I would like to try to grapple Nalai.
23.
23. Emic.
What is
You
it
have to make
against?
it to us
Against
first.
my athletics or
I
whatever?
will.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Well, oh, no, there's a chance. Okay. I do have a chance. I don't have a chance.
Mine's just straight strength, right? It's not athletics.
Yeah, just strength.
It's unless you have the grappling feat, then yeah, it's just straight up strength.
And is your room? Wait, is your room separated from everyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Technically yes, but there's no door. It's more of like, think of it as like a studio apartment. There is like a wall that kind of separates them, but it's an open doorway. There's no door.
I don't see it. I just hear a lot of grumbling or whatever the hell's going on.
It just sounds like, people waking up or, them goofing off.
So I don't sense no danger whatsoever unless someone screams help. I ain't gonna run.
So you grab Kemek by your hands and kind of just like flip her over onto the bed.
I would like to attempt to bite them.
Since you technically moved, I would like to you see Kemek just face unchanged this whole time.
So go ahead,
they're going.
Go ahead.
They're gonna go ahead and cast Hold Person, and I need you to. Why do my spells keep going away? This is just so frustrating. I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw, please.
That's a good one to ask me to make.
Disadvantage, by the way.
Okay.
Even better.
I rolled the same number twice. That's gonna be 15.
Nope. Does not make it. So you're frozen right now, and I'm kind of technically still caught in you at the moment. And so Kemek's just gonna kind of let out this sigh and go, "Can someone please come in here and restrain this hungry puppy, please?"
On it.
And as you say that, that is where we are going to end
No.
for the week.
Kemek's just like,
Sorry.
"Ugh, this shit."
I'm sorry.
Fuck this
Kemek
shit.
doesn't
I'm
get
out.
scared.
Like,
Kemek doesn't get scared. Kemek's just
We'll
like,
say-
all right, how do I deal with this?
We'll say you're not a lichen.
oh,
That would be too kind.
right?
Oh, the ever kind.
By the
Pity.
way, Giant
Pity.
Box Dice is the one that rolled the nat 1.
It was gonna come back
Ouch.
on you eventually.
It was.
The curse of the fox eye.
But yep, so seeing as how this is may like turn into a initiative style thing, and we've
PvP.
yeah, since this is technically not necessarily somebody doing this on their own action, this is like the time that I do allow players to attack one another because they're being controlled by something.
It's subduing. It's
The- the
subduing.
The great thing is Yuriko has no idea any of this shit's happening.
I mean, Kimmik just yelled out to everyone. And
Kemik
we're all
yelled it
in the
out.
tent.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
wouldn't
you're-
why
Not like
wouldn't
you're
she
that
know?
far away.
No, I'm
would
not
it-
in the tent.
Oh, you just. Oh shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna need to bring
You
that
weren't
up.
in the tent?
I'm gonna
You
have to
weren't-
bring
no.
that up tonight, or tomorrow night, or not tomorrow night. Next
I,
week.
Next week.
I put it in chat and I said it out loud.
Oh, okay. So from now on, just let me know because I don't read that chat.
Okay, well,
my
I said
microphone. My microphone. Yeah, because you said it with Etrin. I didn't know if you were gonna stay out there if Etrin wasn't, but yeah,
Yeah.
I need to talk to you. I'm about to
Yep.
call her Rose. Yuriko is gonna have her own experience outside.
That's fine.
But yeah, so that is going to do it tonight for us anyway. This is your first time here. Welcome on in. This is not the only show that we do throughout the week. On Monday nights, we have our Mass Effect 5th edition mod of Mass Effect Horizons, DM'd by Zorro. Tuesday nights, you have us here on Destiny Forged, our longest running show that's been around since, I think, the iteration of the channel.
Pretty much, yeah.
On this upcoming Saturday, we have one of our alternating shows, which is Withered Wastes, which is another 5th edition game that I run for a group of individuals. It's a post-apocalyptic style magic arcane catastrophe themed game. And then on the alternate Saturdays, we have Azerin DMing a Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign that is called Wayward Wanderers. And then upcoming here in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, is going to be another episode of our lore show of Behold Lore. So that is gonna, and then like starting on Monday next week again, we'll pick up with Mass Effect and do the whole song and dance over. So for now, we're gonna head on out. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you on Saturday.